I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts feeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts feeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough Cause time. I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ladies and Gents Night. Uh, Thanks for coming in, Jody, Demetrius. Okay. So, um, so while we're waiting for some other skin, I want to talk about a couple of things. Well, one of the things to get out of the way is everything everybody's talking about so far has been the eclipse coming up on Monday. Is either doom or gloom or cheer or prophecy on that. Okay. I don't know one way or the other. I just think it's gonna be a major event. Am I going to go out and look at it? No. Am I planning on looking at it? No. If I happen to see, okay, good, fine. That's just me. That's just the way I am. I didn't go for the other eclipse. In fact, I forgot about the one in 2017. I had other things on my mind. So and the lunar one, I don't even be paying attention to the full moon. Personally, I can't tell the full moon from the new moon, but that's me. Okay, okay, so there's a lot of talk about the event and the days coming after it. Now, just so happened, one of the things that's been talked about in the event is the unusual weather we've been having. Okay, it's not unusual weather, it's just that some of the places where the weather's happening and the amount are we in spring tiptoeing towards the summer, and there's some places that getting winter weather. There's California, parts of California been underwater. Well, it looks like it. When the interstate looks like a river, it's underwater. Okay, now because of the weather's heading from west to east, there's been weather falling along. So we've some areas have had tornadoes, wind, rain. So far, me down here, we hadn't really had too much. A little rain. We've been overcast, pretty much, but not no serious weather. At least where I'm at. Um, I'm on the lookout for it because I got people in other parts of the country. I got friends and family on the east end, or they in the path of some of that weather. So to me, it's just weather. Okay, and just when I think, okay, we're gonna have hurricane, we're gonna have tornadoes, maybe early hurricane, a lot of rain. Areas that used to be dry are now wet. Areas now wet, maybe a little dry. I don't know. They said we had a dry spring. Well, yeah, compared to what we usually get in Louisiana, it is kind of dry, but I ain't really worried about it too much, except that my window is stuck
You
down
said
a
an
little bit.
earth overcame.
Earthquake, earthquake,
Sound like you said an
earthquake,
earth overcame.
earthquake. Oh, an
Earth
earthquake
overcame. That
came.
would have sounded like you said earth
Okay, maybe I'm speaking too
came.
fast. Did y'all hear that too?
I'm just saying it. It just sounded
It's,
like you
it's
said earth overcame.
okay. It's too cold for this time of
What are
year.
you
It's
doing?
spring, and it all feels like winter.
Yeah, well, that's because the world is wicked. The
Hmm.
world is filled with a lot of wicked people. So strange things are happening to the atmosphere. You have to understand, y'all, we come from the dust. We come from the earth, right? So we are connected to the earth. So the way we live is how the earth adjusts. So if we're evil and wicked, then the earth will adjust to that type of behavior. You'll start seeing trees die more, wicked weeds growing, darker earth, you know. But anyway, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to us. Am. Am I off here? I'm
No, you
happy
still
to be
here?
here on the Ebony Star Network. Happy to be on the Ebony Star Network. In a couple of months, say we're going to be picking up here. In about 3 more months, y'all, we're going to be picking up. We'll be more consistent. I'll be doing shows during the day. Gangster Talk will be coming back. So look for that. We're gonna start lighting it up, and we will return with Ladies Night at some point. Right now, we're trying to get Ladies Night fitted with the women, okay, so we can go off and do other types of shows. And just support the network. Trust me, we're gonna come out of nowhere on some people.
Hmm.
But tonight we're here. We like the open mics. Me and Dame decided that we like the open mics because we like to talk about anything. And we're some of the few people on here who are intelligent enough and talented enough to talk about any subject. We don't have to prepare. We don't have to write stuff down. You know, me and the Damester, we can you throw it down, we can go with it, no matter what it is. Okay.
Mhm.
Now there may be some topics I prefer not to touch, but it's not like we can't talk about it. You understand what I'm saying? Isn't that right, Dave?
That's right.
Well. With that being said, Dame, your man's what's up with your man's in them? P Diddy, isn't that your man's in them?
Oh, okay. Well, no, he's not my man's. Um, and okay, I just want to finish up the weather. Okay, just let me finish up the weather because the earthquake. As I was saying, the distortion that I was having, I was talking about the earthquake, and oh yeah, the fact that California is used to earthquakes, they prepare for earthquakes. It's the Midwest and the East Coast, even though it was considered a mild earthquake or a surface earthquake, the problem is uh they're not built structurally for earthquakes. So what might be a light shakeup for California, who's used to it, is really major for them because their buildings are not built for earthquakes. They have other issues that they deal with, just like Louisiana is more prepared for hurricanes, but we had uh, forest fire. Well, forest fire uh, earlier this year, and we weren't prepared that. And California was not used to having hurricanes, so
Okay, Dan, we don't want to go. Dan, we don't want to be all night on the weather now. We want to get
okay.
on. People want to hear.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, let me just finish it up. Yes, I did hear about the lightning striking the Statue of Liberty torch and stuff like that. So that's big major. There's all kind of warning red flags for everybody. But I wonder, since it's like one of the tall insulate out there, has it always been hit by lightning or not? But that's the question to look for. Was Did the Statue of Liberty always get hit by lightning, or was this is one of the few times it has been? You know. Okay. All right. Since it's tired of hearing the weather, okay, let's go on to P Diddy. Um, P Diddy is not my man's name. P Diddy, Puffy, whatever name he wants to go into. Not the torch. The torch is new. Okay, so it has been hit by lightning before, but never the torch. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to go with those of you who lives in that area of the country that's more familiar with the Statue of Liberty. But I figure a big, gigantic copper metal thing. It's gonna get hit sooner or later. Yeah, but it is very striking. It is ominous to see that lightning strike the torch right there where the flame is supposed to be. You know, so I can understand. And even me, I was like, "Ooh, what is that saying?" Statue of Liberty, Liberty Torch. Um, is it God talking to us? Is it a sign from God? I wondered that too. Um, and as a person that almost got struck by lightning, I understand how fearful it could be. hmm Yeah, but as for okay, let's get back to okay. So God strikes the Statue of Liberty. So either Liberty is not living up to her promise of liberty and freedom, and so she's about to be struck down, or liberty and freedom has never been. So he's putting out the light of the torch. We're supposed to symbolize the freedom. Okay, and considering all the stuff that's coming on out in the news, okay, P Diddy and Puff Daddy and all these other celebrities with the sex trafficking, alleged sex trafficking. Yeah, we have to use the alleged sex trafficking. Um, and all that stuff coming out. Okay, the first sign that there's truth to that is his settling out of court and him settling fast. I don't care what you say. It to me, if you're not guilty and you're settling out of court, you're just saying you're guilty. You might as well say you're guilty. Because if I'm not guilty of something, somebody accuses me of something, I'm gonna fight tooth and nail, whether I lose or not. I'm not saying I'm gonna fight it. No, I'm not guilty. I don't know what you're charging me for, but to me, that's a sign that you're guilty. Mm-hmm. And he settled it really, really quick. So that just made it more curious. Okay, what did she say? Okay, this is what's going on. Oh, you got questions? Under the Rover statute, she has change on her ankle. She was a black woman, but they made her a white woman. Oh yeah, I did find out about the history of that. Yeah. Well, of course they can't have no major statue. If there's gonna be a woman up there, it's gonna be the WW palm people. Yeah. Now, yeah. Really, not too many people know that fact about it because I've heard about the Statue of Liberty all my life. I never heard about the chains on her feet. But then again, everybody just pays attention to her torch and the light and the book she carries. Nobody ever thinks of looking what's under the robe or what's at her feet or the ankle. But maybe that's the thing. We don't look at the whole picture of the Statue of Liberty. Do we look at the whole picture of everything? Everybody knows the Statue of Liberty by the fact that she's a female, that she carries a torch, and she holds some kind of book. And supposedly it's talk about give me your poor, your this and that and another. But nobody ever paid attention to the feet or the rest of her. Well, except for those who are, who are historical scholars or those who really do the digging. But then again, she is not the first iteration. Apparently, there was like two other statues. Well, they're not the full statue, the Statue of Liberty, like the model which they were gonna make on, and um, and supposedly the French did not give it to it give it to the United States a gift. It's more like a the pot calling the kettle black type of thing. I think because the French was looked down upon because they were part of the slave trade and they were part of the three trip Africa, the Caribbean, United States kind of thing. And that was kind of like them, that while supposedly the French was fighting to free their people from oppression, the United States were oppressing people, or the British. No, United States, which is a British colony, supposedly. But the way people rewrite history and stuff like that, especially when it's not the way they want it to be. But I'm getting off the subject. I'm sorry about that. We're going back to P. Diddy. Going back to P. Diddy. Okay, so it's alleged sex trafficking. All his houses getting raided. Yeah, but it supposedly was a backhanded gift, like a backhanded compliment. Because as I said, the French were supposedly freeing their people from oppression while the United States was still oppressing. Yeah, back to Diddy. Okay, so okay, this is so sex trafficking. Let's just say is another name for slavery. It's still slavery. Now, they may not have been putting people in the fields, but there was definitely from all the stuff that was being told, humiliation, rape, sexual SA. Um, there was a humiliation, no different from the what was the buck breaking. There's a lot of BB buck breaking. I'm sorry, not buck breaking. Who and what's even harder is that he was doing it to his own people. Which is kind of, if you think about it, which is always kind of hard for black people to take, that there were actually black people who owned slaves. But for the most part, we understood that some of them they've been freed, they're trying to free their family and friends, but there were some that did not. hmm Cassie is supposedly helping the letter people to build a bigger case. I guess they want to cut too. Mm. Well, she's helping them build the case. Well, so far, because she knows where all the bodies are buried, or most of the bodies, or how it was going about, and how far is it extending? Okay, because you don't think it just was just him. Okay, because there are too many people that's been complicit. They looked the other way, or they were part of it.
Sorry
In
about that.
some way or
I'm back.
another. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had to reboot my Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Sorry. So Jordan was saying Cass is supposedly helping the letter people to build a bigger case. I guess they want a cut too. Plus,
Didn't
they
they just didn't
going after Diddy's son. Diddy's son. Oh yes. Okay.
didn't Cuba Gooding Jr. get pulled into that?
No, not that I'm aware
They
of.
said somebody was fondling these little girls, something like that. I thought it was Cuba. Okay, we can't say their name, right?
Yeah.
Alle-
Unless
alle-
you,
uh,
I had.
allegedly.
But that's the
Uh,
first
alle-
I've. Okay, personally hadn't heard of it. Anybody else heard of this? Okay,
yeah,
Jody said she didn't hear about him.
allegedly Cuba Gooding Jr. is involved. Allegedly. Okay, we're not saying he is. We're just saying allegedly. I've heard the names. But dude,
Demetrius says no. Demetrius says no. He wasn't involved in it.
I heard something about it. I heard there was something going on with him. There's also something with alleged Jamie Foxx. There's a lot
Okay.
of alleged. Huh?
Okay. I think that goes back to Let me see. What's his name? Epstein Island.
Yeah, man. Yeah, allegedly John Legend too. I
John
mean,
Legend. Okay.
allegedly,
Okay. Okay. Allegedly.
alleged. But we don't want to get sued about that. Okay.
Okay.
But yo, man, dude is done, y'all. I'm ex-military. I used to work for the federal government. Okay, I know how they get down. The feds don't come and lock up innocent people, y'all. That's just something they just don't do. They're not your local PD department. They're not Keystone cops. These are trained agents, special agents in with what is that noise in the background? You
Uh,
moving boxes or something, Dame, over there?
no.
All right, but let me tell you something, y'all. The feds do not. Again, the feds don't come and lock up innocent people. When they come for you, it's because they already have you. Court is just going to be a formality. You're going to prison. I don't know if anybody beaten the Fed case. If you want to look it up to see if anybody ever beat a Fed case, you can. I don't know if anyone ever beaten the Fed case. I'm not saying that there's somebody out there, I've never seen it. I've never heard of it. So if any of y'all want to go look that up and see if you could find the instance where somebody beat a Fed case, you're welcome to that. But I've never heard of anyone beat the Fed case. Al Capone didn't beat one. John Gotti didn't beat one. Um, the man with the most money in the world, Pablo Escobar, didn't beat it. I've never heard of anyone beating the Fed case. Okay. And then on top of that, you got Homeland Security. These are super agents, y'all. These are super agents. These people do not mobilize for no reason. You know what I'm saying? They don't show up just to get their names in the paper or to get people talking about them. They show up for an absolute reason. Okay? Again, these are not Keystone cops. It's not your local black and white cruiser up and down the street, your officer with his badge and stuff. This ain't, no. So the problem is this with him. His lawyer is going to have to try to fight off as much as this stuff from piling on as possible. Because they are trying to bury this dude. Okay? You're already done, but they trying to bury him, period. Like, I mean, they just throwing stuff on top of him. They just keep piling on. And Stephen A. Smith talking about it don't look good, man. It ain't good. Forget about don't look good. It ain't good. And that's what he get, Dan. Do you feel sorry for him?
No, I don't feel sorry for him.
I don't either.
Okay. Yeah. And as far as his son, well, you saw where the tree come from, so what makes you think the apple's going to be any different?
Yeah, you know what? And he should go to jail for that too. Look at what he subjected his sons to. Okay? You don't turn your sons into monsters too. So R. Kelly is singing in jail. And you know what kills me is people keep talking about some, man, that's messed up. What you mean that's messed up? Don't you want guys like this behind bars where they belong? These guys are animals, man. Do any of you dudes understand what this man is about to be going to prison for? I don't think you guys, guys be talking on these shows. I'll be listening to these guys on these shows talking, right? Some of y'all just don't get it, man. What this man is going to prison for, not only is it inhumane, it's on a whole nother level as far as grape and abuse. I mean, this man is basically a terrifying sexual predator, man. To both man and woman and child.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want that man behind bar. You don't want that monster behind bar. Y'all sitting the bitch on my own. Yo, man, this messed up. Yo, they got P. Diddy because he got money. No, they ain't got P. Diddy because he got money. P. Diddy going to jail. I mean, P. Diddy going to prison because P. Diddy is a messed up individual. It ain't got nothing to do with no money. Well, actually, somebody told me a while back, right, that money don't change people. Okay? It just enhances who you already are. And I believe that 100%. That $800 million just allowed us to see who he really was. That's all. He didn't change. He was already like that. He just didn't have the money to be like that the way he wanted to. Then he got the money. Now he was able to go full blast on who he really is. And now that you see, he ain't nothing but another sexual predator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So we can't be backing him up just because he's black. I think that's what a lot of y'all are thinking. He's a black
Man,
man. We
forget about
shouldn't.
this black stuff.
He's a snake. He's a snake that eat other snakes.
Yeah, even the snakes are scared of him. They don't know what he gonna do. I mean, it's bad when you a snake and you show up and the other snakes leave.
Yeah. And
You know
those
what I'm
that don't
saying?
leave fast enough get devoured by him. And that's how he was able to dominate for so long. He made everybody afraid of him.
And shout
Um,
out to Jaguar. Shout out to Jaguar, right, man? She was trying to tell us this a while back, and everybody thought she was crazy.
mm-hmm.
Now look what's going on. I hope she feels vindicated.
Yeah.
And you guys, man, you guys defend an animal like this. You know, it's just unreal. You guys got serious problems. You need to start getting some help. Seriously, some of you brothers got some serious problems, man. You know,
Yeah.
you defend an animal like this. This man is an animal. This man would grape your children in front of you. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So and here's another thing, right? You guys that hate women, I don't know if anybody ever told y'all that that's not normal for a man to hate women. You're not supposed to hate women. You know, I don't know of any real men that hate women. I've never came across that until I came on YouTube. So let's step away from Diddy for a minute, Dane. Unless you
Okay.
want to say something else real quick.
Okay. Okay. Now it's time for the rest of y'all to get brave enough. Y'all need to come out and tell what he's been doing, what he's done to you, and so forth.
Well, I never thought he had any
Otherwise,
talent in it. Well, I never liked the dude. I didn't think he was relevant about anything anyway, because he don't have any real talent. You know, I mean, I don't get. I mean, he's a smart dude. He's a college student. He went to Howard University and whatnot. He's a smart dude, but
yeah,
I don't, huh?
pretty soon Howard University gonna pull back. He's not part of us. We didn't. We
Well,
don't make him like that.
I mean, Howard University didn't make him that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? No school made him that way. He came out of his household like that. Okay? Whatever his father was or wasn't, or what his parents, he came out of the house like that. No school made him that way. So it's unfair to blame the school. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to step
Mm-hmm.
away from him for a quick second. We'll get back to him at some point. Yes, we're going to get onto the topic at some point. But, this is an open mic. Y'all come up here and talk about anything you want. Me and Dame can go, with anyone about anything. So I want to put a spotlight on something that happened, Dame, about a couple of months ago? We had that situation with Bro Speak in the McDonald's. Was that last
Oh,
year?
yeah.
That was last year. By what? Early
No,
last year or mid?
no,
Because
no,
it's been
no,
a
no.
while
I
ago.
think it was. I think it was the end of the of 22.
Not 22.
I
Okay,
believe so.
yeah, okay, and so early 23, right? Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, and so what? He had a date, right? Then we're going to do that one because there's something I want to say about that. Okay, apparently, I forgot what show it is. You have to look through
Oh,
our archives. What?
okay, okay. A topic was brought up about a man refusing to buy McDonald's for his date's child.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's what it was. And they got into a big old thing about it, right? They were mad, arguing so much. Yeah, she got to pay for her own child's food, and that's her responsibility, and all that shit, right? Isn't that what they was talking about?
Yeah, and that he didn't want to feel obligated, or he said he felt like she thought it was an obligation instead of an act.
Man, what the fuck? I don't understand that, y'all. I don't understand that, man. What's wrong with you men today, man? And then they kept
Well,
saying, yo, Max hate men.
mhm.
Man, you guys ain't acting like men. Who even cares about a McDonald's meal for a kid? Who cares about that? Who even thinks about that? What is wrong with the masculine? Where are the real men? The hell you get into an argument with a woman about getting her kid a Happy Meal? Really? Is that the kind of masculinity that's waiting for black women today? That's the kind of manhood, the kind of manliness that's waiting for black women today? A man that's going to get into a full blown argument about getting your kid a cheeseburger at McDonald's?
Mhm.
That's embarrassing, y'all. That's a big L for us black men. That's an L for us, right, Dan? A big L.
Right. Uh-huh.
I mean, that's insane. And then what? But they had a big argument about it, right? Because I
Y-
came in on it. I came in on it, right?
yeah.
Tell
Yeah.
us what happened.
Okay. Okay. So it was presented with the scenario. This woman went out on a date. She was running behind. So she was running behind. She asked, before you bring me, could we swing by McDonald's to pick up my child a Happy Meal? A person said no problem. He brought it there. She ordered a Happy Meal, and then she looked at him to pay for it. And the guy was like, no, you just asked me to bring you to pick up a Happy Meal. You didn't say anything about paying for it. So the argument was, should the guy have paid for it or not?
Absolutely should have paid for it. I don't even understand why was there even a question.
Well, this is where the other argument came in. Some said, okay, if that he shouldn't, it shouldn't be automatically expected. If she had
I don't
asked,
look. See, this is what our problem is right now. This is why we don't have any love for each other. This is why we don't like each other. This is why we always arguing and fighting with each other and can't stand each other. Because we don't care about each other. We don't want to make each other happy. We don't want to do anything for each other. Everything is mechanical. Oh, it is her obligation to take care of her own children. These are not my children. Everything is mechanical and robotic. No feeling, no emotions, no compassion, no generosity. Haven't you dudes ever heard of generosity? Giving people stuff, making children happy. making other people happy. Generosity, fellas. You don't get into an argument about a damn Happy Meal. Is that what it was, Dave?
Yeah,
Was it a Happy
yeah.
Meal? Yeah, you don't get into a damn argument about a Happy Meal. And if you can't pay for a Happy Meal, why are you even bothering being out on a date? I done told you dudes before, you just don't seem to get it. Women aren't free. You need to get that in your head. Women aren't free. They come with a cost. And if you are unwilling to pay the cost, you have no business being with them. Now, if you in a car with this girl you're trying to date, and she's got a child, and y'all going to the McDonald's drive-through, and she orders something for her child and expects you to pay for it, you should pay for it. If you can't pay for it, you need to take her back home and carry your broke ass somewhere else. You don't get into no argument about, well, that's not my obligation. Who the F? Wait a minute, Dane. He got into an argument with the girl?
Yeah, okay. So, well, no, he refused to answer from what I remember the scenario. He was like, oh, they did get into a little brief argument. So she's like, okay, she paid for the Happy Meal. She said, send me home. And she didn't continue on the date. He picked her up from work. She was running behind, so she didn't make it home to get ready for the date. Asked if he could if he could pick her up from work, and then she asked if he don't mind stopping by McDonald's so she can get her child a Happy Meal.
Man,
And he's supposed
okay, hold
and
on.
she
Let me answer this. Let me answer this question from Golden Showers. So, Max, is it okay for a woman to bring her kids on a date without telling the man she's going on that date? Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I think it'd be fun. As a matter of fact, you should want her to bring her kids because now you can audition. You're auditioning for the job to be her man. And let me tell you something, one of the quickest ways to get into a woman's heart is to be good with her kids. Play with her kids right in front of her. You know what I'm saying? Get them some ice cream, make them happy, make them laugh and whatnot. Make her laugh, Hell, that's the quickest way to get with her. You can bypass all kinds of shit if you can get in good with her kids. And then her kids would be asking, Mom, we want Labby to come back, Mom. Her kids is on it for you. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, yeah, man. Of course it's not a problem. Again, if you have a problem with kids in a woman, you don't need to be in a relationship with a woman. You need to go get you a man. Or go marry a dog or something. Don't mess with no cats because, no, okay, I'm just saying. You can't have a problem with kids and a woman. You just can't because women and children go together. Even the ones who don't have any yet. Women, even the ones who don't have none, if they see you playing with the kids are happy, they'll like you too. So y'all stupid. Y'all blowing your opportunity, man. That's a big. Are you kidding me? I would be all in. And the kids are gonna put a good word in for you. You understand what I'm saying? Especially if she got a little girl and a boy. Man, you make that little girl happy. Are you kidding me? And you got the little boy, you slap the fire with him. You know what I'm saying? Say, yo, man, I let your mom for me. You know what I'm saying? He putting a good word in for you with the moms. Yeah, you want to make that. Yeah, man. Y'all stupid. Y'all some new kind of dumbass breed of black dudes, man. Who don't know nothing about women. Who's got a lot to learn. Y'all make dumb, stupid mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all looking to argue with women. Y'all not lovers. Y'all fight. You hear that expression? I'm not a lover. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. Well, y'all fighters, not lovers. Y'all want to fight with the woman instead of love her. That's why you can't have her. That's why you got problems with her. You don't know how to treat her. I've told you guys this over and over on Gent Culture. You don't know how to treat her. That's why you having problems with her. I teach you guys how to deal and treat these women. I done told you over and over again. Hey, Dane, what's the key way to deal with women? What's the word I always use? What's the
Love them.
four? What's the four letter word? What's the four-letter word?
Love.
Exactly. And I explained how you use love. I told you women don't do well with abuse. You guys are abusive. And the fact that you even asking a dumbass question like that tells me that you don't know anything about women, bro. And then in that case, why are you even messing with a girl that got kids? If you don't like the kids. But yeah, you shouldn't have a problem with it. First of all, you guys, a man's nature is strong. When you show up, right, and she hits you with the kids, you ain't supposed to be phased by that. You're supposed to embrace it. That'll show her that you a strong man. But if you all phased and you like, oh, what, you weak. Now, I said to y'all before, only strong men should be in committed relationships. Weak men shouldn't be in any kind of a committed relationship. But yeah, of course, I would not have a problem with the kids at all. Then do it sound like I would have a problem with a girl who brought her kids on a date?
No.
Absolutely not. Matter of fact, if she bringing her kids on a date with you, she must like you. And she hoping that you and her kids bond because she likes you.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that right, Dave? Most of the time she likes him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she hoping that you and her kids bond. It's kind of like a cat. Yeah. Yeah, Dan.
But usually not on the first date. No.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Usually most women don't bring their children on a first date.
So you're saying that these guys have a stance?
They claiming for the first date, bringing children on the first date with no warning.
So are you standing with these guys and saying that that's excessive? Or that that's wrong or something?
Um, I think it's inaccurate. As I said, most women I know, or most women I've known, or most women, they don't bring their children on the first
Yeah, I
date if
ain't.
they can
Yeah,
help it.
yeah, yeah. Exactly. They really don't do that. I see what you're saying. They
Hmm.
really don't do that anyway. Yeah,
Hmm.
because that's their children, and they don't know you.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they probably won't do that.
Hmm.
Now I can see them being with you for a while, and then the kids come out. But the very first day, I don't even know if anybody does that unless she's desperate.
Or unless he's desperate, like her
Yeah, and even
babysitter
then,
fell through and she's trying to cancel the date.
but if she does, right, for some reason, comes out, she got her kids with her, it's obvious there's a reason.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna take care of all of them. I'm gonna take care of her and the kids. You understand? Take care of both of them. Because I wouldn't have asked her on the date if I couldn't do that. You don't ask the woman out on a date and you can't take care of the check. You can't take care of the bill. You can. You're not like you can't handle what comes at you. That's the best time to show the woman that you are in control, that you can take care of it,
Hmm.
that she can
And
trust in you to take care of situations. You're good, man.
also that you can handle unexpected events. Like
Exactly.
I've been a chaperone on a couple of dates, and he was not expecting me, but he went with it. He knows
Hmm.
I was friends with her, and even though I did not expect him to pay for the date, in fact, I brought my own money. He paid for it. He said, "Oh, no, no, no," and he paid. He had money to pay for all three of our meals, his, hers, and mine. Even though I told him no, he didn't have to pay for mine because I'm chaperoning. I'm not your date. But that he was a gentleman. He said, "Oh, no, 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 no. You're out with me. You're out with me and your friend. I'm paying for it." And he did. He
I
was
would be the same
flexible
way.
that he didn't let it bother him that I was there because he was not expecting me. He
Right.
accepted that my friend wanted to chaperone. So this is her first time meeting him, and we
Okay,
live
we're
in a
not
whole
gonna.
nother state. Hmm.
Okay.
And he was a gentleman, and he paid for my meal.
Yeah. I would do the same thing.
Hmm.
Like I don't even know what you guys talking about, man. Like if you ain't got no money, if you don't have any money, what are you doing with a girl?
Hmm.
Who does that? I mean, you. How are you broke and you with a female? That ain't no fun. You want to take the female out. You want to show her a good time, bro. You need money for that. Don't you guys know how a date goes? It doesn't like you don't get to show up broke talking about here's a peanut butter sandwich made by my grandma. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to do that. You gotta have some money, man. Women cost money, bro. They are not free. And don't you dare call them prostitutes.
No, that was a
There's
standard
a
set up by you men. A way to show that
yeah.
you can afford to take care of a woman. You paid to
Uh-huh.
feed her is the first step. If you can't feed her, you should not have a woman.
Exactly.
That was the standard
Women
side set by you men.
that's right. Women cost money. They need their hair done, their nails done, they need clothing. Okay. You gotta pay for all of that, bro. But they're worth it though. They're worth it. In the end, they give you a endless amount of happiness, pleasure. peace of mind, love, children to carry on your name. Okay, they are more than worth it. That's why we fall deeply and madly in love with our women, and we take care of them because they provide all of these things for us. Unconditional love. I mean, someone that you can hold every night. You can hold her every night in your arms, man. Like you can kiss her anytime you want. She provides all of these beautiful things in your home. She makes your home come alive. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they're worth it. You should
Mhm.
enjoy spending money on your woman. Like, okay, when will get my baby today? Let me see. It's her birthday coming up. I want to surprise her with this. You should be like, yeah, let me get it. You should be like competing with yourself about getting your woman something. You understand what I'm saying? Because if that's
Mhm.
what you're doing, that means you're really loving your woman. Okay? If I hear you complain about 10 cents, nine, I heard one dude complain about 12 cents one time. Man, it was 12 cents. You know what I'm saying? If you hadn't got that, I could have paid for the whole meal.
Mhm.
Come to my Gen culture. I'll teach you the proper way. Okay? You have to learn how to deal with women properly. Women are not just here for you to hump. They are people too. They need you to talk to them. They need you to hold them. They need you to confide in them. They need you to assure them. It's a beautiful day as far as I'm concerned. Arguing about a happy meal. You ought to be embarrassed. It was her obligation. So what? It can still be her obligation. But I'm going to pay for it. Why? Because I'm the man. I'm taking her out on a date. If I'm taking her out on a date, she don't pay for anything. And that includes the money for food for her children if her children is with us. I'm paying for that too. Why? Because they're with me. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the mentality. If you picked her up, right, and something happens, she can't get no babysitter, and she asks you, can the kids come along and get no babysitter? And you say, yeah, then be prepared to pay for them too. And if you can't do it, then don't ask this woman to go nowhere. Okay? That's just what it is. I know that may be harsh, but that's what it is. Okay. I just wanted to say something about that, Dane.
Okay.
Anybody in the audience got a rebuttal on that or what? Because
Um.
listen, because if you want to come up here and fight with me on that one, you welcome to it.
Okay.
I ain't got no problem beating you down. What they saying in the audience?
Okay. Let's see. We not trying to be Russell Wilson or Boyce Watkins.
Who the fuck is
See.
what is that supposed to mean?
Okay. Um. First of all, let me back it up a little bit. That word you used, the food prostitute, you misunderstanding the definition of that. Because you got it wrong. Food prostitute actually sleeps with you because you feed them. They're
We got it
talking
wrong.
about.
Me
Hmm?
talking about me? I got it wrong.
No, 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 no. Arsenal said there is such a thing as wait. Let me back it up.
Listen,
Let's see.
Arsenal, we
As
know
a
who you
food.
are. Arsenal, we know who you are. You may as well come on up. If we was gonna throw you out, we would have did it already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? If we was gonna block you, we would have did it already. So if you want to come on up, come on up.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, he was talking about there's such a thing as a dinner prostitute. And he's misunderstanding the definition of a dinner
But you
prostitute.
see that kind of thinking right there, that kind
Mm-hmm.
of thinking is what rots your mind away and makes you a wicked dude. That's why you can't have any success with women. Who cares about a dinner prostitute? Why do you even have them thoughts in your mind? See, that's another reason why you don't like women. It's because you don't think about them in a very, very good way. Every time you turn around, you always got some really nasty way or some nasty thought about them.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta stop doing that. You gotta have a healthy mind to love a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? A healthy mind. A woman deserves a man with a healthy mind.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and
You understand?
say what you want to say about Russell Wilson and Boyce Rock, and they got a woman.
What is that even supposed to mean, though? I don't get that. Who just
He
came up?
said we're not. Oh, that's Demetrius.
What up,
He him
Demetrius?
in he in UK was
Uh,
going back and forth. He said we try not to.
yeah,
UK
Arsenal,
Arsenal
come on
saying
up.
we're not
We
trying to be Russell Wilson or Boyce Watkins.
come on up,
Okay.
Golden Arsenal. We know who you are. I told you, come on up. Don't worry, you ain't gonna get kicked off. If we was gonna kick you out, we would have did it already. We know who you are. Come on up. So
Oh, he said
we're
another
not
name
trying.
for that is a booty call. A booty
Tell him to come up.
call. Okay, Arsenal, you need to come on up and say what you want to say. I'm gonna put the link in again.
He called it a
So
booty call.
booty,
See, man.
booty.
See,
No,
man. Look,
food.
man.
FOOD.
Y'all gotta
Booty
stop
call.
following. Yeah, y'all gotta stop following these pimps, man. Most pimps are gay. Did y'all know that? A straight man don't dress up like a woman. They get his hair done like a woman. They don't do that. You understand what I'm saying? A real man don't walk around and call himself pretty. Okay, so y'all gotta stop following these pimps. A pimp is the guy who puts all these dirty words in your head about women. You know, stop listening to him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So they're okay. Well, then y'all need to learn how to identify the booty calls, just like women identify the booty calls. You think women don't know about booty calls and they tend to ignore them? They either don't
Well,
answer.
listen. The hump
Mm-hmm.
culture,
Mm-hmm.
the hump culture is damaging anything that is supposed to be real between black men and black women.
Mm-hmm.
Because all you want to do is hump, it messes everything up. You know, then we start getting mindless kids who ain't taught nothing, and they just get a rub on their head, and they told to get and go.
Yeah.
What is that noise?
Background noise.
Yeah, and so what else I'm talking about? All right, y'all, we're gonna get into the topic tonight. We have enough of ad living and warmed up. I think we kind of warmed up now, right, Dan?
Yeah, because they're connecting together. We started off on P Diddy, and now we going into if I take you to
Yeah.
dinner and buy you a
Buy you
lobster,
lobster. I
You
expect
should.
you to. Yeah.
Be
So,
grateful.
okay, guys. That's a good one, D. Okay, so as a man, when you take a woman to dinner and buy her a expensive dinner, now this used to be. I thought it'd be fun to play, mess with this day. I want to see where the guy's mindset is today. Now, this is old school. Back in the day, men used to expect women to put out if they bought them an expensive dinner. They really did. Daisy would tell her, look, if I take you out and buy you lobster, I want some pum pum. Okay? They expected that. So now we want to see today how today's man, which I don't have any respect for, let's just get that clear. How today's man do with women going out on a date and buying her expensive dinner, and what would be the implications of that in return? Hello?
Okay.
Am I still here?
Yeah. You know
Why
what?
y'all
And
so
I think,
quiet?
because I was trying to say, I think it's
You,
situations like that because of what happened like that. They created the foodie.
they
Think
did
about it.
what?
They unintentionally created the foodie. If they came in with an attitude
Wait a
of,
minute, stop,
if
stop,
I
stop,
buy,
stop. Whoa. The foodie? What's that?
yeah,
You don't know what a foodie call is? That's what I was trying to tell you in the chat, Black Knight. Do
A
you not know what
foodie?
a
Wait a
foodie
minute.
call is?
Let's start with an F.
FOODIE. Foodie.
No, what the hell is that?
It's when a lady is not interested in you at all. She just goes out on the date with you just so she can get something to eat.
Oh, so okay, so you mean a fuck? Wow, so you actually that's pretty clever. I gotta give y'all some credit, but y'all coming up with some good ones. A foodie call. Wow. So she just goes out for the for the food and everything. They ain't really interested in nothing. Basically, it's
Yeah,
kind of
like
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 what?
there's been a couple that have gone viral. Like I don't know if y'all knew about this one, but the
Okay,
lady
so
who ate
basically,
48 oysters and an entree and two drinks like
40, 48 oysters. Wow.
by herself. Like the dude invited her out for drinks and then she ordered
she ate,
48 oysters and an
oh yeah, she
entree
ate two
and
oyster
aside for that
platters.
entree and two drinks, like
Now that
alcoholic
right there,
beverages.
I wouldn't have paid for.
That's what we're saying.
I wouldn't have
You
paid for
don't
that.
get to come show up and do whatever you want.
No,
You have
no,
to be
hold
considerate.
on, wait a minute.
Yeah, hi,
Wait a
Matt.
minute. See, Demetrius, I gotta watch you because you be blurring lines. You like to blur
Okay,
lines a lot. You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
Max. The
No.
golden arsenal is up.
There you
I
go.
mean,
Yeah, go Arsenal. What's
Yeah,
up, man?
hi.
We know who you
So,
are.
so, 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 this is what I
Uh-huh.
want to say to you. Yeah, a lot
Uh-huh.
of women. Kevin Samuel said it. You should not. A woman
Oh
should
no.
not go on a date with a man that she does not find attractive. But you have a lot of
What?
women who go out. Hang on a minute. There are a lot of women who go out on a date with a man so he can pay for expensive meals. So
So
to
you're
give you the
saying that a
word
woman
address,
should so
there
a
is a
woman
lot of
should
women
go
that
out.
go out with a man who
All right,
and she has no interest, and she will go out with him.
wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Let's address the first one. You said a woman shouldn't go out on a date with a man that she don't find attractive.
Yes, a
Why
man,
not?
because because she shouldn't because she's not interested. It means to say
How
that
do
she
you know
doesn't
that?
find him attractive. She's not interested in him, and
Okay,
she's
well maybe
using him
she
for.
don't.
If she goes on a date with him and she's not attracted to him, she's using him.
Okay, but that doesn't listen. That doesn't stop women, man. Women look for more things than men do.
No. But that's irrelevant because at the end, because
It's not irrelevant. What are you talking
it
about?
is irrelevant because she
I
shouldn't go
just
on
told you. I just told
because
you
that
that
man is going to
okay.
have an expectation.
Okay,
right?
if the woman, okay, hold on for a second. If the woman isn't attracted to the guy, right? That doesn't stop women. Okay, women can become attracted to you depending on what type of person you are. Once they're around you for a while,
No,
they
but
can
your
become.
mentality of being a simp would say that.
Will you stop cutting me off? I'm not done.
Okay.
Women could, like, if they're around you for a while, right? And they see how good you are with children, whatever, they can become attracted to that. That can make them attracted to you. So saying that she went out on a date with a guy she ain't attracted to, that ain't telling me anything.
Well, why it should do, because in general, when they go out on that date and that guy pays for everything and does everything, she'll go back
Oh,
to
come
her
on,
regular.
man.
Hang
You
on a minute,
guys
let me
need
get
to
this. She'll go.
stop watching Batman movies, man. I'm telling you, the
No, it's
real world don't
reality.
work
It's
that way.
reality. I've been on the other side. I know what I'm talking about.
It's
Yeah.
not reality.
Yes, I have. I've been on the other side of taking girls
Okay,
a
so
date,
you guys, okay,
and then they've
we
gone
went
back
through
to
this before. Okay,
they've
Arsenal.
gone to
We
the
talked
guy who
about this already.
who's banging them, who's not paying anything.
I
So
told you, I
hang on a
told you,
minute,
you don't know what you're
Black
doing
Man.
with
What you
women.
don't understand is you have a group of guys that pay, and you have a group of guys who don't pay, and the guys who don't pay are the ones who are getting the coochie. Yeah, you want reality? That is what's
How do
happening.
you know that?
Hang on a minute. This is why
How
there's
do
a
you know? How do you know?
60%.
How do you know that?
If you read statistics, there's a 60% drop in dating. Men have
Well,
become smarter.
didn't we have a conversation about data? These goddamn statistics. I thought we talked about that before. Remember?
You don't believe in statistics? Cool.
No.
You just don't. You believe in
And you know
statistics
why?
that
And
give
you
you a
know
narrative.
why? You and I.
Fine, that's
And
cool.
you know why? You and I done had this conversation already about statistics and the geographics and
I'm
the
not talking about black
sample
statistics here. I'm
and
talking about the national
the
statistics.
sample size
I'm
and the
talking about
sample
all
size.
races. I'm talking about all races. You're talking
The
about
problem
the
also
black
is the
leftists.
sample size. Wait a minute. The problem also, a big problem also, is the sample sizes. The next biggest problem is the age ranges. Remember, we had this conversation.
It's like you don't believe the one from the dating sites, for example,
No, I don't.
which you should do, because it was done over 12 years and it's done by all of them.
First of all, wait a minute. Okay, so let's look at it this way. What kind of men, right, are putting in those comments?
These are let me tell you who were involved. It's Facebook, Plenty of Fish, me.
I don't understand why you. Wait a minute. Was the question not clear to you? Let me ask you one more time. What kind of men are leaving these comments on these dating sites? What kind?
What do you mean comments? They go by the statistics. They go by interaction. So if I'm on a
Okay, can you
dating
answer
site,
the question? Can you answer the
I'm
question?
answering the question for you, and you're not allowing me to answer.
I didn't ask you to tell me about
So
statistics.
so the dating
I want
site.
you to tell me about the men that are. I want you to tell me what type of men, what kind of men are leaving these comments.
All types of men. 40% of
How do you know that?
40% of Americans use dating sites.
Okay. Okay. So how do you know that 20% of them aren't nerds who
Again,
never
that's
had women
irrelevant.
before?
Your thing is irrelevant.
It is relevant.
No,
It
it's
is
not.
relevant.
It's not relevant.
How do you know 20%?
Making an
Okay, so
argument.
wait a minute. Let's say 20% of them are nerds, right? Who've never had a woman before,
What you're
who
talking about
walks
if you
around.
should
Wait
be.
a minute. Grown people walking around with dunce hats on, okay? Wearing, orange boots and shit, okay? People who are awkward. Never had a girl before, never had a girlfriend, okay? How do you know that they aren't on there leaving these comments?
If you read the results
Because
carefully,
I'm
you
gonna
would have
tell you
seen
something. I'm
it.
saying that right now. Men who get women, right, don't
So are you
leave
saying that men who
comments.
get women are not on
Wait a
dating
minute.
sites?
Wait a minute.
Are
Wait a
you
minute.
trying to
Wait
say
a
that men
minute.
who get women are not on
Wait
dating
a
sites?
minute.
Because dating
Wait a
sites
minute.
are
Wait a
filled
minute.
with all
Wait a
kinds of people.
minute.
You cannot possibly do
Hold on
that.
1 second. Put him on mute for a second. Damn. Men who get women, men who
Whether
don't
they're
have a
nerds
problem
or
with
them or whatever.
men
It's
who don't have
relevant
a.
because
Put him on mute for a second. Men who don't have a problem with women, you'll get women. They don't leave comments on dating sites. They don't. They have no need to.
Comments you talking
So
about? That's irrelevant.
no, they don't. What you mean it's
The
irrelevant?
statistics are based.
What is he talking about?
Black women were the least desired. They were the least desired by all races of men.
Okay, here you go
Right.
with this shit
That's
again.
what it
Oh my
showed.
goodness.
Whether it was Facebook, whether it was POF, whether it was Meet Me, whether it was Instagram. You right?
Well, didn't you
This
know
has been
on
over
these
12
sites?
years.
Did you know?
Yeah, they know
Well,
their
wait a
own
minute.
algorithm. You're saying, well,
Yeah, but
how
did
do you
you?
know these are guys who are
Yeah, but check this out.
who
Did you
are
know on
nerds or
most
whatever?
dating sites?
They're all types of
Listen,
people. In fact, I would
did
say
you
that a
know?
lot of them are, hang on a minute,
Oh
I'm
my
going to answer
God,
you because a
these
lot of them are
guys.
people who have dated
Hey,
me.
hey,
Yeah, who
hey,
are,
bro,
Are,
bro. You gotta let the conversation flow. You can't just keep rambling. I get that you have a lot you want to get off your chest, but you gotta let it's an ebb and flow. You gotta abide by, because we're not
thank you.
just doing this between us. There's a whole audience watching.
Yes, thank you, Demetrius. Okay, now you say that black women are the least desired, but here's what you don't know. On most of these dating sites that black women are on, the most preferred men that they want to be with are black. Did you know that?
bring me data that suggests that. Bring me proof of that. Because
Did you know that black women desire black men more than any
no,
other
that's
men on
not
dating
true. That
sites?
statement that you made is
That
not true.
is true.
You bring me
That
proof
is true.
that that's the case, that
That
they
is
go on
true.
dating sites
It's
to
the
get
It
very
black men
is
when they
true.
don't
dating,
get black men in
the
their
very dating
own
site
area.
says that.
It is
When
true.
they
They
just
Show
prefer
me, show
black
me the
men.
dating sites saying that black women go for black men.
It is true. They prefer black men. And right, I've seen some of the comments, right? Some of the women put down their preference. Their preference is black men. They put their preferences on their what do you call them, Dame? Profiles.
profile. Hmm.
They put their preferences on their profiles. Most black women on these sites prefer black men.
Exactly.
But
And
anyway, all right, even
and
if that's the case, right?
mhm.
We see
No,
that those
yeah,
black men,
no,
we
no,
see
no.
those
We
black
don't
men
want
don't
to go
report.
anywhere. Wait a minute. We don't want to go anywhere. Anytime you get a bloody nose, man, cause come on now,
No,
come on.
I asked you to prove to me, so I'm not accepting defeat in this. You show me where those
Oh, listen,
most of those
listen.
black women wanted
All
black
you
men
have to do is
because
go on these. All you got to do is go on any one of these dating sites, right? And look at the profiles of black women. The proof will be right there for you. Look
don't
at their
accept
preferences.
what it's saying. So therefore, you, yeah. So I'm asking you to bring it up. Bring it up. Prove to me
Oh,
that
you
black
got to.
women go in there for
Okay, then I
black
just
men.
said you can.
Well, we don't know, which is
Okay,
not
I don't
true.
understand.
You'll find
Listen,
that
if
they go
you
for
can
other
do.
races of men. They're
Okay,
mostly looking for other races
why
of
don't
men
you look for
because
the
they can
same? No,
find black.
that's not true.
They can find any black man they want in their area.
How is it that you could find the dating sites that say black women are least desired, but you can't find the ones where the black women prefer black men? And it's even on the very dating
I've
site.
used them
Wait a
myself.
minute.
So hang on a
It's
minute,
even
black man.
on the
Number
very
one,
dating site that
have you ever
hey
used
Dane, what's that?
a dating site? Have you ever
Hey,
been on
hey
a
Dane,
dating
what's
site?
that dating site they like to go to? Was it Cupid or something? What is it called?
Yeah, that's
Um,
stupid. Yeah, black
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Have
it
you
was
used a
stupid.
dating site? I have.
It was
Okay.
I know
it,
what I'm
it
talking
was
about.
in their very dating
I've
site
met black
before they
women
took it down.
on there in the past too, right?
Okay, wasn't black women on that site too?
The site was
Yeah.
called POF.
Now, the dating
Yeah.
sites that I've seen, black women, most of the black women prefer black men. I'm not
Well, I've
saying that
actually
there's
used
some white.
dating
I'm
sites, so
not
I know
saying
what
that
I'm
there's some
talking
black
about.
women out there who
I
are
haven't
lost and prefer other races of men.
I've
But
used POF. Yeah. So, like I said, I
do
have
you know
experience.
how to have a conversation?
I'm having a conversation with you. I'm saying I've used
Yeah,
that,
but
and
it doesn't mean that you just continue to talk. We got to have a back and forth. Now, I don't mind you coming up here with your take. I got that. But you got to let somebody say something. Yeah, yeah, go ahead, Arsenal. Demetrius, you want to come in? here for a second? I gotta take a break anyway. I'll be right back. Y'all gotta go to the bathroom. I'm gonna go on mute.
Okay, so on one hand, like I do sort of kind of like get where what's his name, UK Arsenal is coming from, because like the thing about it is like this stuff does not happen in a vacuum by itself. Like the same way that you got the dudes who don't win a lot, let's just say it like that, who don't win a lot complaining on here. You got the ladies who complain a lot who don't win a lot, and it's basically caused a whole situation in like the social dating scene, and that's where most of these the space that most of these conversations come from. But the thing about it is like I don't know why. I'm not going to project this on him. I'll just ask him when he gets back. But the question I'm going to ask is, do winners lose? Because like it seems like he's saying, or the place that he's coming from, this is just what it seems like to me,
No,
that
yeah,
winners don't lose or have bad experiences.
yeah,
They're just not vocal about them.
yeah. You see, exactly, because you have
And
guys. You
that's
have
where I can see your point, UK Arsenal, because winners do lose sometimes. Like, come
no,
on,
you have guys
like
who
let's be honest. It's
have
like just because they're not vocal about it doesn't mean it didn't happen.
exactly that.
Some
Exactly.
people like they abide by the saying like
Some
if a
guys
tree
don't.
fell down in a forest, did it really fall? Did it
No,
really happen? No. Yes, it still happens. It still happens.
of course, you're right. No,
Okay. Okay. Well, if we go
so
by that dynamic, winners occasionally lose. Does that also means the reverse is also true, that losers occasional win?
Yes,
It's just that
yes,
the
that's what I'm
loser,
saying.
yes,
he just
exactly, yes,
reports about
yes.
his losing. He don't reports about the winning.
And here's the thing, Demetrius and Dame. See, I've been on it, yeah, and I can tell you, right, the success rate is very low in
Okay, I'm back,
general.
y'all.
Dating sites, yeah, dating sites is not a good place to go if you're looking for a partner. I tell you why. A lot of a lot of the people on the dating sites are actually married women, yeah, and married men, yeah. Look,
Probably separated.
I don't believe
Probably
that.
separated.
no,
Maybe.
yeah, yes. Oh,
What are you
on
doing married on a dating
this
site?
relationship side,
Hey,
to
Black Knight. I'm a
the
say
not
this. I'm gonna
so
say this so
what do you
that you
call it,
can get it.
casual.
Not
Yeah,
everybody lives by your code, bro. Okay. Not everybody lives by your
Yeah,
code.
yeah, I understand that.
yeah. So you have
Yeah, I
married
understand.
women who act like they're single, and
But
then you
if
have
you married, if you on a dating
no, no,
site,
no.
you married. What
I
the
know you
fuck
don't
you?
like hearing, and you have married men who act like they're single.
The fuck you
On
doing
there.
on a dating site? You married.
Oh, you'd be surprised if you actually check it out. You would actually
Now hold
see,
on, I want to
right?
get you to something about winners and losers. I
Black Knight,
heard.
you probably believe. Hang on a minute, Black Knight,
Hold
you
on,
probably
hold
believe
on,
that. No, hang on a minute.
Arsenal.
You probably
Hold
believe
on.
that.
Hey, will you hold on? I heard something about winners and losers. Somebody want to fill me in?
No. What I was saying was like, okay, do winners lose?
No,
Like, winners don't lose. They've never lost
no.
a day in their life.
They're they're called winners for a reason.
Okay, see, that's where the disconnect is
You know
happening.
the
Winners
song.
do
You know that
lose.
song. Wait a
Nobody
minute.
wins in
You
a
know that
vacuum.
song. You know that song. All I do is win, win, win.
Yeah, but it's not realistic.
It's
Even
not
winners
really.
lose. Even
If you're
Olympians lose
winning,
sometimes.
if you're winning, you're
Everybody
not
has some
losing.
struggle.
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about winning. If you're winning, you're not losing. That's the purpose of winning. You're not
Okay, are
losing. So
winners
no,
always
you are a
winning?
winner. You're not.
Winners just
I,
means you're used to winning. That's all winner means. That's all that means. Because if that's the case, then nobody's a winner because most people lose sometimes. They just do. It's the way of the world.
This is what I would say to that. Every dog has his day.
What
Okay.
you just said right there is like losers win sometimes. That's what
Yes.
that means. Every
Yeah.
dog has its day. Losers win sometimes. That's all that means. Underdog
But it's
story.
kind of hard for the loser because the loser really has no reason to win. You understand what I'm saying? He really does nothing to win. He kind of like falls into it by accident.
A win
Winners
is a win.
win. Yeah, winners win because they put effort into it. That's why they win. They have
Hang
a
on, so in
winning
the dating
mentality.
market, what do you class as winners then, and what do you class as
Will you
losers?
hold on for 1 second?
Wait. So a second place,
Uh,
somebody who got second place in the Olympiad is a loser.
uh, yes.
So you're just gonna look
Only,
past everybody
only,
else.
only one person. Only one can win. There is only one winner. Second place is a loss. Now you can say it's a moral win, it's a emotional win because they tried their best and they almost took it out. But I'm sorry, there's only one winner. The best of the best.
So the problem with that ideology is nobody's the best forever, which means
Well,
that
no one is
which
saying that.
means that it's kind of like the whole paradox of
Well,
the sword
I never
logic.
said that.
Real quick, Dame, Black Knight, UK Arsenal. I want y'all to answer me this: are y'all familiar with sword logic?
Sword
What?
logic.
Are you familiar with the concept of sword logic?
Explain it to me. I might be, but I might not be.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're
Okay.
talking about.
Heard of it like that.
Y'all know what it is. It's kinda like survival of the fittest, but more narrow. Okay? Sword logic is if you lose, you deserve to lose, and if you died, you deserve to die. Die. There is no in between, and the
Um,
paradox of that is the people who win will lose eventually. And there'll always be somebody else.
that
And it's
sounds
just
very
a whole cycle. That's the paradox of the sword logic.
wow. That sounds like dinosaur mentalities or some shit. Like
Oddly enough, some human cultures
you know,
abided by it. Mostly
yeah,
white people.
that sound like a monsters type mentality. Like monsters would eat each other, and you deserve to get ate because you was out there, and you know what I'm saying. Your offspring deserve to get ate up because you didn't. You know what I'm saying. That's something like animals and monsters or some shit. I would
So,
expect
But
something like
oddly
a.
enough,
I would
human
expect something
culture
like.
was.
Wait a minute. I would expect
Go
something like a
ahead.
woolly mammoth to have that kind of mentality, or hippopotamus. You see
So
what I'm
you don't
saying?
think that there are
Or
human cultures centered around sword logic? You don't think Spartans had sword logic?
I hope not.
Yeah, but the Spartans are not still here to this day. By their
Yeah,
logic,
the
they should have
Spartans.
always been here.
Yeah, them dumb motherfuckers. You know what they was doing? They was discarding their babies and shit, right? If the baby had a scar on it or something like that, it wasn't
Or
whatever.
was
They threw
weak.
them away.
If it
Yeah,
was
imagine the
weak or
kind of
if it was
yeah.
deformed or a weak, too weaker than what should be for a baby, or had some illness, that yeah, they would discard.
Yeah, these people were ridiculous. They had no foresight, man. Just because a baby is born weak doesn't mean that they cannot become strong. These people were crazy. I'm surprised they even lived as long as they did. I'm saying, but yeah, but I hope a human doesn't have that kind of mentality today.
No, not today anymore. No, that like most people who abide by sword logic, like groups of people, they were wiped out
Yeah,
because
but that's the
white
law.
people wouldn't allow them to be.
Yeah, that's the Lord of the Jungle, man. It's like I said, I expect like a hippopotamus or a crocodile. You know,
some predator.
yeah, some kind of monster to have a mentality like that. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? So kind of, yeah, I wouldn't expect a human
yeah.
to
Black
be
Knight,
thinking like that.
Black Knight. I've just put a link. I've
but
just put a link to you.
I think what he's trying to get at that right now today's men are applying sword logic to dating or
Well,
sexing women.
okay, well
Well,
today's men
that's
are,
the thing. That's the thing. Sword logic does apply to dating.
but today's men are a joke. You know, these dudes are terrible. I don't even. First of all, I don't even call them men anymore. These are some kind
But
of
are the
weird
women
males.
anymore?
See what you talking about, man? What you
No,
talking
but
about? A woman's gonna
you're
always
saying
be
on
a
the other
woman.
hand that men are not real men anymore. But
A
then
woman's gonna always be a woman, bro.
What's
a woman,
this?
you can't even
Let me ask
ask
you a
who's
question. Let
been
me
here
ask you a
for a
question. Let me ask
dance
you a question. Why?
or
Why?
directions to go
Hold
somewhere.
on. Let me ask you a question.
Look
Why
at how
you
the
don't
black
like?
woman looks at the black man. Yeah.
Why you don't like a woman?
What do you mean? Say that again.
Tell me why you don't like black women.
I don't dislike black women. I dislike their attitude. That's nonsense.
Every woman has attitude, bro.
Terrible.
Even female animals,
Bad.
dude. Even female,
No.
dude. Even female
This is the
animals
thing.
have
I
attitude.
don't. Other races don't. Other
White women
races
got
don't make
attitude
excuses
too.
for their women. We're the only
Are
ones who
you
do.
crazy?
Let's stay away from that white stuff. Let's stay away from that white stuff because
See, this
white
is why
women are
you get
rebelling
thrown
No,
off
against white men
panels.
you
right
brought
now.
it up. I don't.
This
Let's
is
stay
why
away
you.
from it.
Wait a
I'm
minute.
saying
This is why you get thrown off panels because you
when the
start
black
talking
man walks
crazy.
down the street,
Every
you go to a
woman
black
has a.
neighborhood where they don't know
Put
you,
them
and you
on
see how
mute.
the black men
Put
look
them
at
on mute. Put them on
you.
mute.
Yeah,
There.
I
Every
live in this
woman.
whole reality.
Hold on, man. Every woman has an attitude, bro. I don't care what race she is. Even female animals have attitude. If it's a female, attitude comes with it. I'm sorry to let you know that, but that's true. Every woman has attitude.
Society doesn't owe you and I anything.
Man, what are you talking about?
No, I'm like I said, right? I'm not saying. Look, I'm saying the behavior. So I'm supposed to put up with her bad behavior and put up with she might have had a bad day.
What
No,
behavior?
I don't owe her understanding because I'm supposed to be judged for what I do. So if I'm asking for directions to go
What
to a
behavior are you?
certain road,
Okay,
could you just give me
give me the
directions? I shouldn't
example.
have to put up with
Okay,
or deal with
all
some
right,
issue that
okay,
she has in her life. That ain't my
all right.
issue.
Well, give me.
So
Okay,
I'm
well, give
trying
me an
to
example.
for me, this black love thing is dead.
Give me an
Hang
example.
on a minute, and I'm going to add this. Basically, you pro-blacks, you Pan-Africans, you conscious community, you might as well just say that you're black feminists. Just admit you're a black feminist, right?
I'm not a black. What is a
You
black
are a
feminist?
feminist.
Wait a minute. Wait. Are you saying I'm a feminist? I'm pro-black.
Definitely,
Are you saying
Yes.
I'm a feminist?
You're
definitely.
pro-black and pro-blacks, Pan-African.
Okay. So
You
wait a
can't
minute.
be
Okay.
pro-black and not
You
So
feminist.
are
okay. Hold on one second. Okay. So
you are feminist
all right.
and
Hold
black
on.
feminists like
Then
that.
do you have to keep saying it? I done heard it already. Can I
Oh,
say something about it? Okay. So you call me a black feminist. Okay. Let's break that down. All right. I'm a traditional black man. Okay. I was groomed to be a husband. I come from the old school, from the 60s and 70s. We grew up in a time where there was a village mentality. We protected our children. All of the parents knew each other, right? And so we protected our women. My sisters couldn't go anywhere by themselves, not without a male chaperone. So we had maximum protection on black women back then. And then we also had what is called black love. See, we loved our women. We all had girlfriends. Everybody wanted to go to their girl house. We didn't hang together like you guys did. They was under that nut to butt shit. we was with our girls because we loved black women. Okay, so how does that make me a feminist? Because I wouldn't have anything other than a black woman. If I can't have a black woman, I'll just be lonely. So how is that a feminist?
You're a black feminist, like I said. You pro-black, so black feminist. You believe in the
That makes me a
gynocracy. I don't.
feminist? I never heard a feminist say the things that I said.
That makes you, yes, so effectively feminist. Yeah.
Oh,
You will,
you'd be surprised, Black Knight.
you
You'd be
won't, Black Knight,
surprised.
you won't call
Did
out
you
when
did
a
you
black
not
woman
hear
does
the
wrong.
did you
That
not
makes
hear
you
the
a
word?
feminist.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
You don't call them
Did
out
you
for when
not
they
hear the
do
word?
wrong. So
Wait,
you're
wait
a
a minute. Did you
feminist
not
by
hear the word?
nature.
Did
Yeah,
you not hear the word
what
love?
feminists do.
Excuse me. Did you not hear the word love in there? And didn't I tell you me and my brothers were groomed to be husbands? We were groomed to be husbands. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know how that makes me a feminist.
Look, your generation, just like my older brother, just like my.
No, wait a minute. Wait a
Oh,
minute. Let's
hang
stay
on a
on the
minute, man. You
No, I
come
don't want
from
to
that
go off the
same.
feminist thing. I
You
don't want to
come
go
from
off
that
of that.
same culture. Yeah, we
I
come from that
don't
same
want to go
culture.
off
We're
of
not
the.
about that now.
Wait a minute.
The
Wait a
world's
minute.
changed now.
I don't
We're
want
not
to
in the
go.
60s
See, you
now.
like to go.
We're not in the 60s now.
So you know what you like to do, man? You like to throw rocks and hide your hand.
Throwing rocks and hiding my hand. I'm telling you, we're in a
Yes, you like
different
to throw
world
rocks
now.
and hide your hand.
We're in a different world now. We're in a different.
Now you don't do. Now you don't threw some rocks and they done hit
I'm not
somebody.
throwing any rocks.
Now,
I'm
now,
telling you what it
now the
is.
person. Now the person who
We
they
can't
hit.
move like you did in the 60s. Yeah,
Now the
we
person
can't do
that
that
they
now. We're a
hit
different type of woman.
done saw
You have
you
women
throw them.
that can't even cook and clean. We're in a different
When did I
era.
say? When did I say? Okay, look. What do you mean we can't live like I did in the '60s? You sure can.
How you lived you
It's
come from
very
what's called
easy to
sync
live.
culture.
It's very easy. It's very easy to live like we did in the '60s. All you got to do is love your woman.
That's a low. No, of course, and
She'll do whatever.
accept
Let me
every
tell you
nonsense
something.
that comes with it. Yes,
She'll do whatever you want her to do if you love her.
be stepdads. Yeah, be suckers. Yes.
She'll do whatever you want to do if you love her. Well, if you love her, right, she would. There wouldn't be a bunch of stepdads, right? If you loved her, you wouldn't be a deadbeat dad, right?
No. I'm responsible for me, Max. I'm not
No,
responsible for
no.
another
Wait a
black man.
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now you don't ran your mouth there. If you love her, you wouldn't be a deadbeat dad, now would you?
Well, I'm not a
Well,
deadbeat dad. I'm a responsible person, so I don't have any
see, you
children.
can't really. See, you can't answer that question now, can you?
Always said
See, look at
I
you.
am not responsible for what another man does. I
No,
cannot be
no. That
responsible
ain't what I
for
asked you. That ain't what I asked you.
what
I
Demetrius
said
does.
that's not what I
Demetrius
asked you.
cannot
I
be responsible
said
for what I do.
no. I asked you straight. If you love her, you wouldn't be a deadbeat dad, right?
And I told you I am not a deadbeat dad. You're not
See,
talking about me.
that's because you love the woman, right? Because if you love her, you wouldn't make her a single mom, now would you?
I can't speak. People have
Well, did
choices.
you?
Women control access
Wait a
to
minute.
sex.
Wait a minute.
Women control access
No.
to
Wait a minute.
sex.
You can speak. You opening up your mouth. What do you mean you can't speak? Your mouth has been running since you got on here. We hear words coming out
Women
of your mouth.
control access to sex.
Your
Men
mouth has
control
been
access to
running since you
relationship
can.
and marriage.
Excuse me. Your mouth has been running since you've been on this panel. What do you mean you can't speak? We hear the words that are coming out of your mouth. Now answer the question. If you love the woman, you wouldn't make her a single mom. Now would you? Cat, got your tongue? Am I knocked off? Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you. We can still hear you. No, you're not knocked off.
Oh man. Oh, and we got silence all of a sudden.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
What happened to the man
Yeah,
that was flapping his gums called Arsenal?
he went on mute for a second. He's unmuted
I
himself.
bet he did.
Okay, he put some stuff back here, and I was reading it.
Nah,
Sorry.
nah, we don't want to do all that, dude. You can talk to us. Get all that.
Mhm.
When you on the panel, when you up here, ain't no need you to be typing shit in the panel in the chat. Let you talk to somebody in the chat. You want to talk to us? We right here.
Yeah, but this is the tripped out part. The stuff that he sent me, it's already been debunked. There's a debunk
Right.
quite a few times on there.
Yeah. You see, Demetrius, the problem with this kind of mentality is that when it gets attacked, you guys can't defend it. It's really a flawed mentality, Demetrius. It's seriously flawed. See, when you get attacked with the right stuff, you can't defend it.
Yeah. And obviously he didn't read everything in that in the stuff he sent, because
Man, you
right
guys
up
got to
in
stop it with these statistics. You know, you got to look at the sample size. What we saw one thing right then where they called a man a father of 15, what, a 15-year-old. They was
yeah.
counting a 15-year-old boy. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Arsenal's back in. All right, you back.
Yeah. So in it, it's telling you that 80% of women are after 20% of men. The manosphere have been saying this for a while, and it's true. Even
Yeah,
CNN has said it.
no,
Even the CNN have
no.
Okay.
said it.
It's been debunked.
No, it hasn't been
Wait a
debunked.
minute.
Yes,
Wait a minute.
it
Hold
has.
on.
Go into
Hold
the
on 1 second.
comment
Hold on 1
section.
second. Hold on 1 second. Let me ask him a quick question. Okay, Austin, I'm gonna ask you a question now. Okay.
One.
Very simple question. How does anyone know what 80% of women are doing?
The statistics are there. These are all
Okay, now,
these are-
okay,
these-
but
these are- I
wait
think
a
these
minute.
are based on
Wait
data.
a minute. Now, when you say 80% of women, right? Which 80% are you talking about?
This is all races. 80. This is not pertaining to
So,
the study I
so,
sent you
so,
wasn't
so
pertaining to black
80%.
women. This is
Wait a minute. So you're saying 80% of all races listen to what you're
or the
saying.
bottom 10%. Put it down that way. Huh?
Dude, listen to what you're saying. 80% of all races of women in the world.
I didn't say world.
You said all races,
I did say all races. Yes.
right? So that covers the entire world.
Are after the 10% of men. If you listen to, we can do this
You
by.
don't
Oh,
see
no, hang on
how
a minute. Let me finish.
ridiculous
You can
you.
do this by anecdotal, and you can do that, but do it by research. Most of them tell you they want a guy with 6 figures or a man with money. They're after the most of the
Man,
most women are after the top 10% earners.
Okay, so when you go up to a woman, right?
So that doesn't mean that they don't
Okay,
pick
but
any of the other
wait.
80 to 90%.
Okay, so wait a minute. So let's just say you go to a you know, like an evening cap, right? Get some coffee or some shit. There's a couple of women in there sitting at the little counter, drinking some coffee. You go there, you say, "Hey, baby." She goes to her, "Look, I want a guy that got 6 figures." She gonna tell you that? Is that what you expecting to hear from her?
I'm not saying she's gonna say that, but she's probably gonna find a way.
You expect a woman in a cash drinking coffee to tell you she's looking for a man with 6 figures?
No, but that's different because hang on a minute, that has
It's
nuances.
not different. That's what you just said.
Because you're just saying a cafe. Which is it a cafe in an upper class area? Is it in a cafe? Is it a cafe
come on.
in a broke area?
You guys make so many excuses.
No, it's not excuses.
You know what the problem? You know what the problem is, man.
I'm saying to you.
You know what the problem is?
Where we could do that.
You are physically.
The better example would be to use a club. Yeah, those women go for the top 10% guys in that club.
Listen, bro.
Right.
The problem is that
most guys leave with nothing that go to clubs.
The problem is that listen, you don't want to grow up, Arsenal.
No. I am grown up. You just don't want to accept
Guys
reality.
like you, no, you're
I'm
not.
the one that's living in the present.
Guys like
You're the
you,
one that's living in the past.
you're what
You're
we
living in the
call a
past. You're
man.
not living in reality.
You're what we call a man child.
You can call me what you like.
I'm just telling you, you're a man
I've
child.
got a girlfriend, so you can call me what you like.
You don't want to grow. You don't want to grow up. You want women to take care of you. You're like a baby.
No one takes care.
All of y'all,
I don't need no
all
woman
you
to take care of me.
crybabies, all you crybabies sit up here and cry about, oh, a woman ain't doing it. A woman does it. Oh, a woman. Blah, 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 blah. You a man child. Grown men don't do that.
I'm telling you reality. You don't want to accept it. That's all.
I'm telling you that grown, mature men
You don't want
do
to
not
accept.
walk around. Listen, Kevin Samuels was also immature.
Living your little world.
He was
62 back.
immature
That ain't gonna happen.
too.
No, that's not gonna happen.
He was
It's never
immature
gonna
too.
happen. You can want it all you like. Yeah.
Look,
Right now,
you crybabies.
right now, there are
You
women
need
that
to grow up.
There are women that are paying 50-50 in dates. Men are paying 50-50
You
in
need
dates.
to grow
Yeah,
up and stop with this
and I'm gonna tell
childish.
you what's gonna happen. A lot of women are gonna have to do polyamory or polygamy. Yeah, that's just the reality. Even your own Bible that you swear by tells you that 7
You
women
need to grow up.
right? It's a reality, right? You're going to
Arsenal,
have
you
to
need to grow
share.
up.
Even by
Until listen, you're going to stay like this. Your mentality is going to stay like this.
By 2030, 45% of women
Put
in
him on
the
mute
US
for a
are
second.
going to be single and childish between the age
Dang, put him on mute for a minute.
of 25 to 30. I think it's 25 to 40. Yeah.
Dang, put him on mute for a minute. Arsenal, listen. You are hideously immature. And guys like you, like MGTOW and all of that, you guys get serious personality problems. Okay? You got this crybaby thing.
You don't even know
this.
about MGTOW. You don't even know
Put him
when
on,
did
put
MGTOW
him on
start?
mute. Put him on mute. You, MGTOW, and whoever, the sissy bibs, y'all got this crybaby mentality and thing that women are supposed to do all these things for you, continue to fucking change your diapers and clothe you and feed you, put a bib
There's
on
no
you,
meanness.
and
I don't believe
and give
that.
you toys to play and buy you toys to play with. Okay? You don't get to stay a child forever. You need to grow up. All of y'all need to grow up. Okay? Stop being childish. Stop being man children. Okay? And grow the fuck up. That's all this is. It's immaturity. There's nothing really wrong with you guys. You're all just immature.
No, I would be mature if I agreed with you.
This is all immaturity. Grown, mature men do not behave this way. This is the behavior of rebellious children, teenage boys. Grow up. Did I get knocked off?
Okay. Oh, maybe.
Go ahead, then take it. I got to do something, Dave. I'll be right back. Give me about 20 minutes. I'm going to go on mute.
Okay. So, all right. So, as I was saying, those statistics has been debunked. Right there in the very link you said, go into the comments. And he even the one that debunked it even gave stats that you love so much. Okay, let's see what's going on here. All right. All right, so
Dame, I've just posted it. Yeah, 45% of women will be single and childish by 2030. Yeah, this is for all races of women. Yeah, I'm not pertaining to black women.
That's a projection.
just because
No, hang on a minute.
also women outlive men, so hey.
No, so this is
No,
why you
that's
should
not
this is
that's
why you
not what
should
the
buy
stat
Captain
says,
Food
Dan.
shares.
It's what it's saying is um what is the whole thing? Because I'm trying to put the whole thing into perspective. Do you know who Richard Reeves is?
I believe so.
He's like some sociologist out of New York, right? He's world famous, was on CNN and everything, right? And they hosted debates about around his books and his research findings and all of that. And what I think what he said right now is like there's a shortage of economically attractive men and what else? Basically what he's saying is because dudes aren't like they don't have their finances together, it's led to a downturn in marriage, right? And
Okay.
so because of the lack of finances, right, and certain things also going on that I don't know all of it, so I'm not gonna say it right now because I don't want to like mislead you or anything.
Hmm.
But all that in tandem is going to cause an uptick in single people, or at the very least, just not married people.
Hmm.
Because y'all know how like the federal government like classifies people. You're either married or you're not.
Hmm.
Yeah, that I think you got to take that into mind too.
Okay.
Well, that is. There's nothing wrong with them doing that because that is true. If you're basically, if you're if you're not married,
No,
it
no,
means nothing.
no. UK, we're not about to push the whole if you're not married, you're single ideology. Okay? It's dehumanizing.
I'm not pushing a narrative. I'm just saying that basically it's like boyfriend and girlfriend when you were at school. If basically you ain't married, and it's when we were in the 50s and 60s when we were economically better when we were married. The
Of
stats
course,
show
like there's like since you love studies so much, like there's also been like another study that came out like married people have no wealth. No, not married people. Non-married people have no wealth, and that's both men and women of any
well,
race.
well, that's true. I have no thing about it because even you find that most CEOs are married. There's benefits to why they get married.
Okay, y'all kill me. Side note, right? Side note, y'all kill me with this whole CEO like top of the game business because most people aren't going to be CEOs.
No, no,
Okay,
no.
most people
That's
are
true.
going
I'm
to
just
be
saying to
in a
you.
cubicle or
I'm just mentioning that
working
there's
at
a reason why
UPS or
most CEOs
something.
are married.
And I always feel how they
That's why you
ignore it.
find them
Okay,
I
if
can't
that
say.
women.
statistic's true about women being childless and single, I don't know why they ignore the fact that
Hey,
there's
we don't even.
gonna be
First
men
of all,
childless and single.
you gotta even. You don't even know how to even put this together. Again, you
Mm-hmm.
don't know the sample size.
They
You
do
don't know
tell
the
you the sample
The
size.
location.
sample size was
What center?
200,000.
Okay, okay, but what was the
200,000.
age? Okay, now what is the most important thing? The age range. What are we talking about?
Right. But they're talking like of marriageable age, so we're talking
Ages
20 and up, 20
25
up.
to 44.
Yeah,
25 to
pretty much.
44. Well, most women who are 44 have already had their children.
No, what the data is saying that most women between 25 and 44 of all races by 2030 in the USA will be childless and single.
I don't believe that.
Hang on a minute. So are you? Hang on a minute. Are you
They're
doubting
projecting.
data? Do you know where I first came across this was J.P. Morgan, right? So one of the things that I've got invested in is cat food because there's been a lot of single women. So therefore,
Check this out. If they're confident that women aren't going to have children, then they're must going to then they're probably going to do something to make that happen.
it's called
I
a
was just thinking
social
about
policy.
that Black Knight because, like,
Hmm.
UK Arsenal, like, you seem to be in the know, right? Have you heard of the 4B movement?
The for what?
The 4B movement, born out of South Korea in the 1990s.
Oh,
And now ladies are trying to bring it over here to the US.
I heard
What
of
is
it.
it?
And certain parts of like Africa being Nigeria, South Africa, Ghana.
Uh-huh.
I do know in Nigeria that the feminism that is
Educate us, Demetrius.
the women are saying that
Okay, so
population there.
let me bring it up. Let me bring it up
Hold
because
on, Arsenal. Let him educate us.
I wanna because I usually forget the last B. 4B movement. Okay, the four no's. Right. This was born again. This was born out of South Korea and is still somewhat going on today, but for the most part, they're still relatively small movements. So keep that in mind, right? Okay, so the four no's are no sex with men, no child rearing, no dating men, and no marriage with men. And in Korean, it's no biseku, biset biset kesu, no bichulan, bichulsan, no biyune, and no bihon. Okay, so do with that which y'all will.
okay. So no sex with men,
It
no
is a
marriage with
feminist
men, no
movement, though.
children with men. What's the other B?
No sex with men, no child rearing, no dating men, no marriage with men.
Okay, that's it. Well, maybe United States might open up its pocket and follow. Let me see. I'm trying to remember which European country where they pay women to be stay-at-home moms, or they pay women to raise their children, something like that, to try to make the downward birth rate turn around. Hello? Did I jump
UK
out?
Arsenal.
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, what do you want me to say? Yeah.
I'm not sure if I understood. I'm still confused.
Okay, it's a movement, right, of women, and it's making its rounds across the globe right now, like in Europe, in the United States, and in parts of Africa like Nigeria, South Africa, and Ghana, and Kenya. Okay,
Mhm.
and the movement's name is called the 4B movement, otherwise known as the Four No's. It means we will not participate in sex with men. We will not participate in raising of children. We will not participate in dating men, and we will not participate in marriage with men.
Oh, that's a severe
So,
feminist.
so, so a female version of Sissy Bims?
What? What? What did you just say?
Wow.
What did
Demetrius,
you just
let
say?
me educate you. Demetrius, it's SYSBM. Save yourself.
Oh,
Yeah, he
Yeah,
doesn't call them sissy bims
yeah, it's
because
a
he
female
doesn't
version
I
like
of
he
thought
doesn't
you
Sissy
would
like
have
Bim.
said
he doesn't like
MGTOW
black men
before
dating other races of
SYSBN.
women.
Most people don't know
No,
about
MGTOW is
Cis
fucked
SYSBN.
men.
up. Yeah, the Sissy Bim is a female version of Sissy Bim. Now, MGTOW is for something else. Those dudes are fucked up. Uh,
you have many black men who are part of MGTOW. You don't know that, especially in
and they're
Nigeria.
So,
fucked up too.
we
They're
made
fucked
a
up
joke
too.
about that in Women's Night about save. It should be not save yourself, black men. It should be more like save yourself, black woman. So
Yeah, basically they're the
the
female
Well, that's what the
counterpart.
divestment movement is.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
that's what the
What
divestment
the?
movement
Okay,
is.
but hold on. What the hell they supposed to be doing there?
What, like with the 4B movement?
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing there?
So they said we're just gonna. I've seen, like, I've researched, like, just so y'all know, before I open my mouth on anything, I've done my hefty research. Okay,
but it
and
doesn't mean
so
what you research is true. It doesn't mean what you
do
research
you
makes
not
any sense.
know? Do you not? Did you not hear what I just said?
Hmm.
If you doubt me, go research it yourself. Otherwise, just
No,
sit here and
it's
listen.
not that I
Okay,
doubt
because
you. Not that I doubt you. But once the research has been put to an audience of free thinkers, they don't tend to hold up.
Okay. So yeah, what they're supposed to be doing is they're just like ladies living their lives, just going out on vacations, steak dinners,
I mean,
and
that's
enjoying
ridiculous,
time
man.
with friends and family, and they just don't
But
date anybody at all. They don't.
man, they
They
got to
don't do
be
it.
okay, okay, okay.
Basically,
I'm
incels.
sorry.
Basically.
I'm sorry. They got to be gay
Well, no,
because
either they're
women
incels or they're
because
gay.
because women
That's
are
what I'm
more.
saying.
Yeah, because I don't even believe women could do that because women are more sexual than men are.
There are people who did it. Well, I
Demetrius,
They
should also
gotta
let
be
y'all
gay.
know this.
feminism.
Did y'all know that
Yeah,
incel is originally an LGBTQ term?
I'm about to say they
It's a
gotta
gay
be
term.
gay.
Like
Gotta be
the
gay
origin
because
of the term incel. Hold on, I want to drop this knowledge on you. The origin of the term incel came from a butch lesbian lady up in
easy,
Canada.
easy, easy, easy,
Okay,
easy, easy.
and it was because other
Relax, so
women
we
didn't
can't say.
find her attractive or wanted to
Hey,
engage in stuff with
Demetrius,
her. Yeah,
we can't say these words. We can't say these words.
incel.
The
No,
B
let me say
word.
incel. We can't
The
say the
B
B
U.
word and
The
then the L
BUTCH
word.
word.
We can still say,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. We can still say gay though, right, Dan?
oh,
We can
my
say
fault.
gay.
Oh,
Can we
okay.
still
So it
say
was a
gay?
gay lady. It was a gay lady. She
Are we
called
allowed to say
herself
gay
an
anymore?
incel. Well,
Um.
it might target you by the YouTube AI. So
Uh.
most people
Damn, they
just
can't
say
even say.
G hey or les.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Oh, you
G
no,
A.
alphabet. They
I
call
mean,
them
that's ridiculous, man. You know what I'm saying? They're messing with our freedom of speech. I don't like that.
Well, most YouTube creators don't like it.
I don't like that. They're messing with
Most
our
don't.
freedom of speech. Okay, so yeah, they got to be Giselle or I don't, whatever you say. You
Cause
know,
like I'm saying, like people who think healthily don't. I'm sorry. They're not that extreme. They're just not.
you know what? I got to admit though, right? When I first heard black men going their own way, they had me for a minute until I heard the end of it. The first part had me
What you talking
intrigued. I was
about?
like, yeah, but when they first told me, when I used to be in the manosphere, right? When they
I didn't
first
know that.
told me about the men going their own way, the black men going their own way, I was still over there hanging out with like Gab and all them, right? I thought it was cool, but I never heard the whole thing. They just told me half of it because I remember one time we was in Crack at HQ and we was talking about it. It was like, yeah, man, it's brothers going their own way, black men going their own way. Like, okay, I'm thinking they're going their own way against white men or society or the man. You know what I'm saying? They getting ready to do their own thing out here in the world. I was with it. I'm like, yeah, black men doing their own thing, going their own way, right? But then they told me the rest of it. I was like, man, you niggas crazy, man. What the fuck y'all doing, bro? I mean, I never forget, man, the wind went out of my sails when they told me the rest of it. When they told me the first part, I was all in because I thought that they was on some, out here in the world getting ready to, build something, getting ready
Well,
to do something worthwhile.
I'll say this. What's the problem?
Uh-huh.
What's the problem? If they don't want to participate, don't. Then they shouldn't. They shouldn't. It's
As
probably
the
best that
older
they don't
man.
participate. I'm
Yeah,
like, I
yeah.
Yeah,
hear that and I'm like, okay, and
I know what Mektawe is, Demetrius. I'll explain to you when Max is done. I'll explain to you what,
I think people that I think people that
because Max
love
doesn't know what Mektawe is. Max thinks he's
I,
a load of dudes who are
it's a
gay,
bunch of geeks. No, no, no. It's a
who
bunch of
can't get
no,
women,
no. I
and
didn't say
it's a
gay.
load of
I
nonsense.
didn't
So I'm going
say
to
gay.
tell
I
you.
didn't say gay. I didn't say gay. I said that they're fucked up. You talking about guys with blow up dolls and serial blow up doll killers.
That's not
You
true.
understand what I'm saying?
At
You
all.
Oh,
got one dude going around killing blow up dolls. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I'm
so
not saying that there isn't any
it's weird.
dudes, but that's not most of the makeup of it.
I mean, they had
They're
dude,
actually
man.
very
Dude was
common
on.
guys.
Wait a minute, he was on a show talking about his dog, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, white men do be engaging in a lot of weird stuff. I'm
I
just
got these
going to
books,
put
but
that
you
out
know what?
there.
I give them credit though. At least they're doing it to the dolls, and they're not doing it to real women. I appreciate them for that. Please stay with the dolls.
You gotta have money to
Okay.
get a doll, I think.
Oh yeah, especially the
Oh
the,
man,
the
they got
high
them
end
robots.
dolls.
Yo, they got them
And I'm like
robots
that
now
the
too.
amount of money that you're spending on the doll, you could have I don't know.
Man, they getting
Fifty
ready.
on a
That
Yo,
woman.
man. Yo, that female robot that they made, that android. Oh man, these dudes are going to be
Mecca 15th
spending.
century.
Uh, uh
Yeah,
what's
so I was
that?
saying it started in the 15th century, Mectal, and it was started by some bachelors.
I don't care.
No, hang on a minute. I'm explaining to him
Who
just
cares about
what
some
Mectal is.
weird dudes in the 50s?
They're not weird, dude. A
They
lot
are
of a
weird
lot of the
dudes.
things that have been
They
invented
are
for
weird
you
dudes.
come from dudes that
They are
you would
weird
class
dudes.
as losers or whatever.
Having
Yeah, a lot of the
sex,
things
having
that are
sex
made
with an
for you,
inanimate
a lot of your
object is weird.
inventors,
Uh,
yeah,
uh,
when
Arsenal.
huh?
Having sex with an inanimate object is weird. Arsenal.
I am not saying it isn't, but I'm saying that's not MGTOW. You're trying to paint
It is
MGTOW as a
MGTOW.
load of
It
those
is
dudes do
MGTOW.
that, and it's not
It
true.
is MGTOW. It is
You might have
MGTOW.
one or two,
Okay, then
but the
It
why
vast
is.
why do
majority
so many so
some of
many of
them
the
are in
MGTOWs are
relationships,
bragging about
some of
their
them are
sex
married,
dolls?
some of them are divorced. It's made up a whole.
It
You know
is
what I mean?
MGTOW.
I'm not gonna allow you to paint them.
And they
Wait a
should be
minute.
divorced.
They the one that
What?
came
Listen.
on different shows and talked
Let me
about their
explain.
sex
Hold
dolls.
on. Hold on, man. These guys should be divorced. They shouldn't be. These guys are messed up. They shouldn't be in a relationship.
Said some of them are married as well.
These guys are broken, man.
They won't be married for
They're
long.
messed up. They
All right,
don't
then,
work
so
right.
hang on a minute. You say
They
that, right?
don't work
So
right.
is
They
Me Too
don't work
broken?
right
Hang on a minute.
anymore.
Is Me Too broken? Is Me Too? Is the
They
woman
don't
in
work
Me Too
right.
broken
They
as
don't
well?
work right anymore. When you
Hang on a
when
minute.
you
Is the woman in Me Too movement broken?
when you turn the wind up thing, it falls off. It don't work anymore. These
I'm
guys are
asking you a
broke. They don't
question.
work.
Is the Me Too movement of women broken?
What is the
You
Me
say
Too
that, I'm
movement? What
saying
is
that, but
that?
I'm asking you, Me
Wait,
Too.
you really don't know what the Me Too movement is? Like one of
What
the
is that?
biggest political campaigns in the world? It's like it was mainly white women talking about getting sexually like harassed or assaulted at the hands of like white men in like office places in like professional environments.
They came to prominence by taking on Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah,
Harvey Weinstein? Was he like a
Weinstein.
pedophile?
Oh,
Alleged
He was, he
pedophile?
was, he was.
oh
What are you
yeah.
talking
Okay, then
about,
me
Arsenal?
too.
Yeah,
Wait,
he
wait,
was.
wait. Are you talking about Epstein or
Harvey
Weinstein or
Weinstein.
Epstein?
They came to
Weinstein is the one that was doing the what they call it, couch interview,
Yeah, he's a
Oh, the casting
pedophile, right?
couch,
casting couch. Yeah.
where she has to have sex with him in order to get into the
expose
job.
himself to
Yeah,
women and
but
all
he's a,
sorts.
he's a yeah, but he's a pedophile, isn't he?
That fat white
No,
man.
that's how. That's Epstein. That's Epstein.
Okay, Epstein.
And Jeffrey Epstein as well, I think. But Harvey Weinstein was the producer who was using his
Yeah,
position.
Epstein was the child trafficker. Young
That's
teenage
Harvey
girls
Weinstein dealt with women. I don't.
and
Yeah,
children,
His was
teenage
sexual
girls.
harassment and sexual assault against women, whereas Jeffrey Epstein was from girls to women.
I don't understand why you're bringing that up.
Yeah, I don't
What is the
understand. I
Okay,
purpose?
don't get it either.
because you
I
I
don't get
say
it
asked
either.
y'all
you
saying the
because
Me
I asked
Too,
you
and I thought
is
y'all was
Me Too
talking about
movement broken?
MGTOW.
Yeah, is Me Too
Well,
Okay,
movement
but
broken?
okay.
wait,
Let's
wait,
go
wait.
back to
No,
the
no,
root. Hold
no.
up.
Wait.
Let's.
Y'all was talking about MGTOW, and somehow mispronunciation went into Me Too. It was
Yeah,
MGTOW.
because he said that he's trying to He's trying to make all MGTOW guys look like they're all these weirdos who have
They
sex
are
drive.
Because
all
they
these
are.
weirdos. They are
Well,
weirdos.
that's
Yeah,
because they
yeah.
are.
That is no. Okay. UK Arsenal. Check this out. Would you say the ladies who preach the 4B movement are weirdos?
Yes, I
Because
would
they're
say.
weird to me.
Huh?
Would
I
you
would say
say the
I would
ladies
say
who
that they
preach
are
the
weird. Yes.
4B movement are
I would
weirdos?
say that they are weird. Yes.
Okay,
I would say
you
that
don't
they're
think
all
that the
broken.
MGTOW is weird too? You ain't heard of the term MGTOW monk?
Yes. MGTOW
Okay, what
monk
do you think
means
that means?
well, that simply means that you're taking away yourself from social media, women, all that kind of stuff.
No, that's not what that means, bro.
It is
That
because you're
means you're
mental
taking
illness.
yourself off the dating market, bro. That's what it is. And you're just not interacting with people of the opposite sex. That's what that actually means. I get it if you don't know that, but like, I'm happy to educate you. Like, that's what it means. Black Knight left.
Uh,
Oh,
Probably having a little difficulty. We'll be back. But yeah, pretty much is yeah.
what do you
Yeah,
think
and
though, Dame, about the 4B movement?
I say it's extreme and it's a little suspect. And I don't see even the feminist movement didn't take off sex off the table.
Well, it's Korean feminism. It is a feminist movement, and the whole thing is will I get in trouble for saying this? I'm gonna say it anyway. White women are being white women and like sticking their nose where they don't belong, and they're like, I don't know if you know the situation in South Korea right now, but their birth rate is dangerously low.
Oh, they beating out
They're
China.
having they're having more deaths than births,
Hmm.
way more deaths than births.
Yeah, Japan is also extremely low.
Yeah. So Demetrius,
But that's mainly the thing is like if you were to ask a normal person on the street, they're not going to tell you it's because abusive men or whatever. They're going to tell you it's financial reasons. They can't
Hmm.
afford having a kid. They literally can't.
Demetrius,
Yeah.
are you also aware that region and Japan and China, how they came to prominent power was that they had a two parent policy,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
which I think I've mentioned this on the
Which they partially did it to themselves. I'll say that they did it. After history, like they got an uptick. They have an uptake of older men.
if you want power.
Like their men population exceeds their women population.
So basically, like with life, there's pluses and minuses, and I think the black community has trouble accepting the minuses. So, for example, China became a great superpower, but there's less of them. If you understand what I mean, they've suffered in what they
They
suffered in.
less There's less women, to the fact that there are several women in there who's married 3 or 4 times because they keep getting kidnapped and forced into marriage.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know
you
about.
know part of the reason why they do that.
Birth rate because they had when they were nothing, they made a law that said you could only have 2 children,
No.
and
And
if a
they
man,
had to have a boy. They had to carry the family name.
I don't know if they had to have a boy, but you couldn't have more
No,
than
they
2 children.
did. They did because
And
a
if
woman couldn't inherit the family name, the
you could go to jail for
inheritance.
25 years or something crazy like that. That's what they said. So it made him become a superpower because
Well, for a while there was a one-child
men were not
law, and
paying
then
out
they changed it
children.
to a 2 when they
So
started
they could
knowing
build
the
themselves as a
population
community
problem.
because it meant that it meant that people who could afford to have children were having children.
And that's why
That's
whenever
what
they
that
go
kind of thing
into
does.
Africa, they immediately get them a woman, but they don't claim the children. That's weird.
No, in Africa, you've got too many
Well, that's
children.
called colonialism.
No,
That's all
in
that
Africa,
is.
you've got too many kids. You got too many. You got guys who are having too many children that they can't afford. That's why you got children starving and famine and all this kind of nonsense. The stuff that they love
Mm.
to show you on these
Oh,
TV.
and India is getting is getting just as bad.
Well, they're overpopulated, but India has the unique problem of the caste system. You see, the stuff that Black Knight talks about up here,
Mhm.
that don't fly in India. You better don't marry that poor girl over there. Otherwise, you're gonna get cut from the family inheritance.
That's very true.
Y'all,
That's very true.
yeah, like India
They have
has
a
that
very
has
elite class.
classism like on lockdown. You're if you're born poor, you're gonna die poor. If you're born rich, you're gonna die rich. There is no in between.
That's why they come to America where they can throw the caste system out the window. That's why there are the those that born in America. They don't follow that caste system as closely as
Well,
their
their
say,
parents
parents or
wanted better for
grandparents.
them. They
Mhm.
wanted they wanted to get out of Dodge.
Demetrius, the upper class. Demetrius, the upper class. That's how they do it. Even in somewhere like Jamaica, right? The upper class people are the light skinned black people, and they
You know,
when they have the
I keep
children.
trying to talk about colorism up on here, but Black Knight keeps getting upset with me every time I do it. Like,
What I would say
and
about
like how colorism plays into classism, and he's like, "Well, this is a pointless conversation," and I'm
And
like,
you
"No,
do,
it's sociology."
and you do know
it's
there are
true
white
because
Jamaicans up in Jamaica, right?
Yeah, the tourists are taking over.
No,
so
no,
like
there were
for
white
example that
Jamaicans before the
it happened to my
tourist
mum.
trade came.
My mum's side of the family they threw her away because she she was with my dad and they didn't approve of my dad because my dad was a bit of a bad boy, but yeah, like I said, the upper class.
He was a rude boy.
Yeah. Well, what I'm trying to say, so was it, you were explaining the caste system. I'm saying that it goes right down to the type of guy, like literally, you know what I mean. In
Probably
those
because of
Indian
the
caste families,
Chinese and the Indian
you,
influence and
you can't
in,
come back with
in,
a bad boy or rude boy. You have to come back with somebody who's exemplary.
Well, I've talked about this before, UK, with me and my parents, right? Because I grew up middle class black, right? Um, once I got to college, like my parents, like they said no hood rats, and they said no single mothers, no baby mamas, and they drove off. Okay,
They were right to tell you
so
that. They were right to tell you that, though.
I I know they were. I know they were. Especially after witnessing some things that have happened to my homeboys. Definitely, I will be telling my kids the same thing when I do have them.
hey,
You see, yeah. Well, you'll
you
understand my
do
point.
know that
And this is so you growing up in a middle class family, more black people would be the middle class or upper class if they operated just like that. If we want to change the black community,
they don't always
you
listen.
haven't.
Either that or
The
my
black community
grandparents
doesn't want
weren't
to do
very
that.
clear.
Huh?
I said either they don't always listen or my grandparents weren't always clear. Because I think they were okay. No white girls. My uncle had two kids with two different white women. Um, they didn't say anything about any other ethnic group. So my other uncle, he married Japanese. They didn't have an issue with that. But then again, my first uncle did not get married to the woman, so maybe it stuck. My mom outright threatened me. She said, "You come, you bring a white boy, or you get involved with a white boy, don't you come home." She was not accepting it. One time, my coworker brought me home, and she was giving me looks like, "What did I tell you?" And I'm like, "Hey, he's of the alphabet persuasion. He ain't interested in me. I'm not his type. He's just dropping me home."
I mean, the thing about like my generation, Gen Z, we ain't been told stuff like if she can't use my comb, don't bring her home.
Oh
We ain't
shit.
been told we ain't been told stuff like that. Most parents in my that parented my generation just want their kids to end up with somebody who they deem respectable, or at the very least that they like.
Some of them didn't know what that means because I've seen um black. I've seen white girls using black girl clones. I was like, "Hey, y'all stop sharing stuff. And I'm not supposed to be sharing."
Well,
Uh,
you're not supposed to be sharing combs in the first place. That's kind of nasty.
mhm. Yeah, try to tell them that. It's like, "No, she's my friend. She's clean." I was like,
So
"Yeah."
what?
So you kid lice.
How you know? You was in the shower with her?
Oh yeah, they all in each other hair. I got to fight with them not to share makeup. I was like, "Hey, you don't get pink eyes sharing makeup and all kind of other stuff." Yeah, I remember being shocked where a teacher said, "Yes, stop sharing it. She gonna give you lice." White teacher talking about her white students and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
stuff weird.
had
I
a
mean,
teacher.
you shouldn't be sharing personal hygiene items.
Oh my goodness. They
I mean,
combs
okay.
and
In
brushes
my
and
exposed Demetrius time, okay, I would constantly brush my hair in class. Okay, but I would never let anybody else use my brush, especially
mhm,
because I was the only black boy in my class. Most of the other people in there were like black girls, and we
mhm,
had like two white boys and then one Bangladeshi dude,
uh-huh. Well, we're
and
starting to
then
get all
one white
types
girl.
in school now.
But like I one time like the teacher says, "Stop preening yourself. Your hair looks fine."
Yeah, there's my personal favorite. Beauty school after school. Uh,
What beauty school after school?
oh, I've had girls sit down and braid each other hair. I mean,
Oh,
I
I
mean,
thought you was
serious
talking about
braid.
like people paying each other. Like, oh, okay.
Oh, I seen that. A boy paid a girl to kind of touch up the his locks, the twisting type of locks, because he couldn't get a clear view of it in the back. He can do the front and down the sides and very back fine, but the very middle at the back of his head he couldn't. And she's like, it's gonna cost you for me to do that. And he's like, "How much?" And they was transacting. They're making a transaction, and because they were finished with their work, and I said, as long as you do something quiet and stuff like that, since y'all finished with your work, she started doing his hair. She asked for his comb, and she went to work. I like beauty school after school. They said, "Well, you said we could do it." I said, I gotta be more clear in my instructions with your kids. And that's what happened. That's why I say beauty school after school, because they will do it. I've had girls school picture day, middle school. A girl didn't like something she did, and her hair didn't come out right, and she didn't have time to fix it before catching the bus to school. She texted a friend to bring her stuff, and while we are in class, because they kept all the homerooms together and then go to the next class, she was getting her hair done by her friend for picture day. But that was a friend just being a friend. They weren't doing a transact, well, not a transaction that I was aware of. something about snacks, and
Do me a solid. She probably owed her a solid.
So Dame, do you not believe that 80% of women are only after 20% of men?
huh?
You
Oh
don't
my
believe
Yes.
gosh,
eighty
are we
percent of
still
women
on
are after
this?
20% of men?
No, because
Why not?
I don't.
I don't
Okay,
even.
okay,
I don't
okay,
even see
okay.
it.
80,
Okay, if you're
80.
saying that, mhm, go ahead.
Dame, if I may,
Go ahead. Give me the
80% of
stats.
women don't even have access to that 20% of men. Okay, I might get flack for saying this, but most. Okay, UK Arsenal, you're very familiar with this concept, but those men in the
I'm
top
very
twenty
familiar with the
percent,
concept, but they won't
those men in the top 20% have very distinct tastes, and it's usually white. Okay,
want that them man
white,
even
petite,
Oh yeah, did
and
they say twenty
easily
percent of black
agreeable.
men? Did they say 20% of black, 80% of black women want 20% of black men, or did they
no
just
80%
say
80% of women want 20% of the men.
okay? So
So that means there's a
you
whole
do
80% of men that's not wanted.
okay.
So
So
this is
out of
this is
the
particularly true.
339 million people, the large majority are of the white persuasion. Hey, City of Truth.
Oh, hey,
Uh
how's
huh.
everybody doing?
Okay,
Oh,
since they said 80-20, the dominant society has the most numbers in the United States as of right now. So that might not have anything to do with black men and women. That might have to do with
It's
white
usually in
men
these
and women.
stats they're talking about white people.
Mm-hmm.
I
Usually,
disagree.
um,
It's to do with all races of women. They're not going to go, oh,
come on, bro, come on. Listen. There are some stats that do include all races. Okay, like one of those. I know one. It is talking like some dating website or whatever, and it is like black men every like it was like black men regardless of how they identified like their sexuality rise, they still wanted people who looked like them of their own race, and black women along with Asian women, Latina white, Latina black, and white women, they all preferred white men. And I was
all
like,
right, can I
okay.
address that? Can I address that? First of all,
And
I
yeah,
don't
you
I
can
don't.
address that, bro. I don't necessarily believe that because like most people ain't even on dating apps because like it's like
Yeah, like those dating apps are always
40%
skewed
of Americans
towards.
are on dating
Yeah,
apps.
yeah. Well, hold on, Arsenal. Like dating apps are skewed to But you can't trust them, man. Like the numbers are always skewed, and if you go on there, they'll match you up with some of the weirdest people. Like the whole purpose of it is just to get you to spend money with them. That's the only purpose, and to them, like the white, you know, they advertise like these Caucasian men is like their most expensive product. So it's like if you keep paying them money, you'll get more messages from these Caucasian men over here. It's just a marketing thing. It's not reality.
Mm-hmm. And even the dating apps, the one you like to quote, that's saying that black women least desire. The black women least desire because they choose black men. They prefer black men. Black men in the apps prefer everybody else but black women. So yes, of course. And the only reason black men are the most desired is because black women choose them. I mean, our desire is because black women choose them. Mhm. So hey, you can't even go by that because
all right, all right, all
that's
right. Can
not
we get
a
off
good
this
percentage of the
weird
population.
fringe weird topic of like dating apps and those
Yeah.
statistics because those are odd people in general
Yeah.
because they ain't even all there for the same thing and it's hard to quantify.
Well,
Your name is, wait, hold on. Your name is Brandon, right?
Me?
Yeah.
No, Dimitri.
Oh shit, Demetri. I don't know why I call you Brandon because I thought I heard Max and and Dane call you Brandon. But yeah, have you just between us? I mean, I know it's a mixed group in here. It's two guys and then one woman. But let me ask you something, bro. What do you think? Because I was just at the airport last week, and there was this Indian chick in there. When I got my bags, what do you think of? Just keeping it respectful. You don't have to get all you don't have to be disrespectful about it, or we don't have to be disrespectful about it. But what do you think about like Indian women? Like, do you look at them any
Do I
certain kind
think
of
they're
way,
part of the
or
diaspora or something?
or hold on, no, like I'm just talking about just like their attributes. Like when you look at them, like do you pay attention to them at all, or do you ignore them? Like what do you think about them?
I don't. I'm not really around a lot of them for it to matter. Like, like okay, I go to an HBCU, bro. So I'm around black men and black women all day, every day. The occasional white dude or white girl comes, and like, yeah, there's like one or two like Indian people who come there, but from what I've seen, like, I mean, just people. I don't, I don't really consider them.
This is just me. This is my personal opinion. Like, I have a thing,
Go ahead.
like these now I've observed them for a number of years, and to me, I see some attributes in them that I like. Like some of them actually have some curves on them, when you look at them. And then whenever I go to like a Barnes and Noble, like I'm a trucker, sometimes when I stop, I'll go to like a Barnes and Noble just to hang out and stuff. Whenever I go into like a bookstore or anything intellectual, like a Barnes and Noble or something like that, I always will see at least one of them in there. And I find that
Well, that's part
interesting.
of the culture, bro. That's
I
part of
observe
culture.
that. But I do like intellectual women though. And that's not to say that my own women are not intellectual. There's plenty of black women that are intellectual too. So it's nice. It's not like I'm sitting here saying that you know I got to go to another culture to find an intellectual one. But I do observe that. I'm like, I kind of see them, and you know I see them around town, or I just see them on the road, and sometimes I'm like, okay, you know um but yeah.
Okay. Well,
I like how
while
you
I
say
have you,
that. I like how you say that. You
here,
like okay.
what you want me to say to that, bro? I mean, I guess like, all right. So while I have you here, why don't y'all contribute to the original topic? If you buy a lady an expensive dinner like a lobster date or whatever, she should be or do what?
No, say that again.
If you buy a lady a expensive dinner date, like y'all two are on a date and
Yeah.
you're paying for both of y'all, right? She should be and do what? And
No,
or
well,
do
see,
what?
here's the thing. It's not like that. Usually, like with me, like if I want to take a chick out somewhere, nice, I usually will take her to. I'm not a big ritzy type guy. I don't like these crazy super expensive restaurants, because if you order something there, that they'll make like a really pretty ass plate, but it'll be like a little bit of food. I'm more of a steak guy. Like I'll take her to like a nice steakhouse, or somewhere where I know we can eat good, like a Texas Roadhouse or something,
Dang,
or
so what is
something
she, a
like.
vegetarian, bro? Dang. What
She
you
can just get a salad. She could, there's plenty of salad options and stuff. She don't have to get a steak. But I'll just take her somewhere we can just both eat good and over a meal and that type of thing. Usually when you got food in you, that I think there's a connection between like food and your other parts. You know what I mean? Keep it G rated. I think, and usually it's not. And then if you have any alcohol with the meal, that just accentuates everything. So it's not like, you know what I mean. It's not like you really have to try. A lot of times it just happens naturally, But yeah,
UK.
Okay, so for me, so the topic is if I take you for dinner, you should. So in other words, I think it comes off the tail of the Kevin Samuels thing.
You sound a bit far away, bro.
Yeah, you gotta get close to the mic, Arsenal.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm saying that I think this is off. This sounds like off the Kevin Samuel thing where we said that basically sex should be on the table if you go for a dinner date with a if
I
a man.
didn't think that was the first date though. I think he said that was a third date thing because by the third date you should know if you like them or not.
Yeah. I mean, that's incredibly generous. I only ever take a woman out for one date, maybe 2 dates, no more than that.
And I think
Any particular reason?
To me, one or 2 dates should be enough because then I think that it's I'm being
One or two dates with talks on the phone, or one and two dates and that's when y'all talk.
So when I guess when I'm talking about dates, I'm talking about dinner dates then. Right? So the City of Truth was talking about you'd go to a steak or whatever. You would take a woman out to something. I would take her maybe to eat as much as you like, buffet or whatever, right? But if we're being real as men, dating to men equals sex, basically. Yeah, you expect whether you do it.
I agree,
Yeah,
but
so at the end
it
of the
shouldn't
day,
automatically. But
a man. I mean, you
that's
don't need
based
to
off
take,
like
if it's sex, you don't really need to take a woman out on a date to get sex. If she likes you, she likes you.
yeah, if
What
she
I'm
like you,
saying,
she like you.
yeah. But what I'm saying is, if we're taking her out a few times, we're obviously interested in her more than just about sex.
Oh, okay. What I'll say is this.
No. That is what I think anyway. I think that you know what I mean. So like I said, but then like Demetrius, you have women that are not. This is why I said what I said, and Kevin Samuel said the same thing too. Women shouldn't be taking men that they're not interested in out.
Yeah, talking about foodie calls, but I'm about
Yeah,
to get to
talking about
that, bro.
foodie calls.
I'm about to
Because
get to
in
that.
general, if
Don't worry,
they're
bro.
not
Don't worry.
interested in you,
Hold on. I already explained the audience. I already did. Let me just get this off. All right. So y'all said what y'all think and believe, right? Okay. Here's the thing. If okay, because here's the space that I operate out of, and nobody really has to do anything for you. So the sheer fact that we're going out on this date together, it's a opportunity that you and I wanted to embark on, and this is me basically paying for both of us. So just be grateful. You don't have to do anything, but just be grateful. Just be grateful.
facts. The problem
Because
is that
like
women
because
are not
like
being
the
appreciated.
whole that the way that whole expectation, like the place that stems from UK, and I think this is where you were going with this, is some dudes, like, they have been the foodie call before and they just don't want to experience that again. So it's like, if you're going to use me, I'm going to use you too. Otherwise we can just leave this where it's at. Not saying it's right. I don't believe that it's right.
No. Well,
Because
yeah.
if you're coming from a scarred place, I don't think you should be interacting with people in general until you like uh, resolve that issue within yourself. But I think that the expectation comes from a place of fear of being used, because people don't like to be used. If
Yeah,
we're
that's
being
true.
honest.
You got a point. Yeah, people. This is the thing. So, like for example, now, for me, I tell a lot of dudes, take her back to yours. I mean, or take her to the park or something. Because
Well, that's why, right? UK, what you're touching on is like you don't have to go somewhere
yeah,
to like where you have to spend money in order to get to know this person. Ideally, yes. Ideally, yes. You would already have talked to this person on the phone, but if you haven't, then that is a great first option. Dame, you here?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
What
listening
do you
to
what do you
y'all.
think? What do you think?
Okay, all right. It some of it is how much you know the person, and I always had a feeling that if the women that are dating for food or dating because they want this guy to take them to certain restaurants
They
or
po.
whatever,
Just say
they
it. Just say it.
they
It's okay. They
they
po.
yeah, they give off some type of flag. Now the question is, do you recognize the flag? What is the flag? There got to be some indication. I think the flag,
Well,
and
yeah, if
yeah,
like
you need red flag.
one of the major ones like people talk about is like does she even like really remember your name? Because why are you taking a girl on a date if she don't even remember your name?
I always thought is okay if you asking her out on a date, then you choose the date where y'all go to eat. Where y'all what y'all gonna do. But if she's dictating what type of restaurant, or the dictating the outing, and you asked her out, that could be. I've always figured that could be a flag, unless you made a
Well,
mistake and
okay,
asked her.
okay, damn.
She
What
like
does
to
that
go.
mean? Like, oh, she's like, oh, I want to go to this place. I've heard this stuff about it, or is it, oh, you got to take me to such and such for you to even have a chance with me? Because if it's more
Mhm,
of the second one, I could understand that. But if
mhm.
she's excited to just
What?
try a certain place, then
So
that's
we could use the
different.
Cheesecake Factory as an example, Dame. Like maybe like well, we could
The
use that
cheese
Cheesecake Factory
factory
lady
lady.
who said
Okay,
that the Cheesecake Factory was not good enough for her.
yeah, that was her. And then I would just inform her, well, I'm going to Cheesecake Factory. I could just take you back home, but that's where I'm taking you. That's not good enough. I take it as the red flag it is, and let her go home. And then you go enjoy yourself out at the Cheesecake Factory. That that's what I'm talking. That's what I was saying. But some things you just gotta take it as a red flag and say, okay, that's a red flag. I'm saying we're going to cheesecake. She said she's not going. I said, okay, well, I'm gonna bring you home then because my plans for our date was to go to Cheesecake Factory, blah blah blah. But that's not good enough. Then take her home and be done with it. Wash your hands of it. Woo! That was a close one.
Well,
I just missed the bullet
the red
with
flag the
that
red
one.
flag was that she was late for the date. She was supposed to go to somewhere actually more expensive, but she
Yeah,
was
she
late.
was like almost like an hour late.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
Like
forgot
like
about
he
that.
was waiting outside her place. Just she was like, wait here, wait out here, and like the time for the reservations passed, and he was like, oh, I guess we just gonna go to Cheesecake Factory.
he's patient. I would have
And
finished
that's
the
when
date.
she
From she's
flipped
an
out.
hour late, I would have finished.
No,
I would have.
I would have thought she wasn't really interested because I would have been
Yeah,
like, because some people like they're not confrontational, and
yeah,
I would have been like,
hmm
I'd have been like,
yeah.
oh, so she's not serious for real.
Shooks. Yeah, yeah. Or if there was some kind of explanation, like I'm picking her up and she's just running. I'm so sorry. Just give me a moment. And
Because
she's
that's
changing.
what I'm saying. Like, it takes nothing to just call and say, "Hey, sorry, I know you made plans. I know I'm gonna make it up to you." Like,
Hmm.
it takes nothing to do that, but like communication apparently is rare. So
Uh-huh. But as I said, when she had the hissy fit, and the fact that he still was willing to take her out, you know, they missed the reservation. Okay, he said, "Well, okay, we missed our reservation. I guess we just go to Cheesecake Factory." And she had a hissy fit. That would have been okay. You need to you can go ahead and stay home, you know, because you wasted both our times now. Hmm. But as I said you treat it like a red flag. It was like, okay, you don't want to go to Cheesecake. We missed the reservation where we originally supposed to go because you needed all
Yeah,
this time.
like that. That's
Well, that's
like
what
a
he did
second
do. He
chance,
took
and
her to
she's
he took her to the
fumbling the
Cheesecake
second chance.
Factory, and she was going on like she was, you know what I mean, Mrs. Beyonce. But the difference was, and he took her home. I would have threw her out the car then and there, out, not dropping you home.
See, I wouldn't have
Uh,
done that because it would have dawned on my conscience later. But like, I
yeah.
definitely get the sentiment because like the thing is, okay, she locked him out his own car when he came
What?
around. When he came around to let her out, she locked the door.
Okay, so he left his keys in the car.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
either
Okay.
So,
he left him
so
in the car or it was an automatic car or something. Because
yeah.
some cars, like my dad's car, it used to do that. It used to
Yeah,
do
but
like this
usually
whole
the
thing.
automatic system, you can put the
Like,
code in to unlock the door.
Mhm.
well, I'm not talking about the code one. Like, you just gotta have the cut key near the car, and you
Oh,
just press the ignition button, and it'll just turn the car on. Like
okay.
my dad used to have a car like that. I miss that car.
Okay.
I miss that car so much. But
So yeah,
So,
yeah. What she did was out of order, and I,
oh,
you know what I mean.
she was severely out of
yeah, yeah,
order.
yeah, yeah, yeah. If anybody lets me out my own car, you're I that is one of the rare times that I actually would throw you out of my car then and there. Like, no.
And I would call the police on her. I would call the police on her. I wouldn't care. I'd call the
Well,
once she got
well,
me
she
outside
can
of my
call the
own
police
car.
to catch a ride or something.
I'm sorry. She's coming out, and the police is coming too, because
Yeah.
that is that is entering somebody's property without permission. I'm asking you to leave my property. You're refusing to leave my property. My car's my property.
Yeah, it wasn't like they were in the middle of nowhere. Wait a minute, were they at the Cheesecake
Yeah, they were
restaurant or
they
were
were
they out?
literally at the Cheesecake Factory. They were there.
And she decided she wasn't going off. She was showing off. She was with her
Because he
friends or
decided to
whatever.
go ahead and go in and eat.
Mhm. City of Truth. What do you have to say about this?
Uh,
Is
City
he is
People
he
True.
know
asleep?
who to
City of Truth.
people know who to play with. That's all I'm saying.
Uh, oh well. Oh, there's the rules. Okay, well, City True. All right, you got 5 seconds, and then I'm booting you out. Okay. So so yeah, I forgot about that. That she made them late, but yeah, she was all in the wrong. But as I said, treat it like the red flag it
But
is,
y'all know that
and move on.
situation was fake though, right? She came out and said it was a skit.
Ah,
I mean, even
ooh.
so, like people do get locked out their own cars by somebody they date never.
Mhm.
I mean, y'all
But
wouldn't think it's
would that be
common,
a
but
lesson
it's common.
when you leave in your car? Don't leave your keys in the car. Wait a minute. If he wait. If he was intended to go into the restaurant, why would he leave his keys in the car?
Either he left his keys in the car, cause like I, I guess he was gonna reach over. I don't know. The dude wasn't thinking, obviously.
Yeah.
Basically, he was coming to let her
Yeah,
outside
so
for
that obviously
15 minutes.
was a skit. Because if he was like, okay, well, you could stay in there, I'm going in and eat in the restaurant, why would you leave your keys in the car?
She gonna steal the car.
Yeah.
No, but here's the thing, Dame. I know of an example that happened up in Croydon where I went to, and what it was I passing, and some idiot was driving on the wrong side of the road. What happened was that they left the nightclub. Some the his friend left him in the car. He went to get the other guy went to get his friend. He left the two girls in the car. The two girls left the car, and some guy jumped into the car and stole it and crashed it.
Ooh.
No, so yeah, so I'm saying people do need to clean the car because they left them with the. But I wouldn't have left. I wouldn't have left. If that was me, I wouldn't have left the two girls in the car with the keys.
Mm-mm.
But he left the. He was being kind by leaving the heating on. But then you know what I mean. Because all they're gonna do is tell you sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, I always thought the guys, especially when I'm thinking of today, um, the guys that if I take you to dinner and buy you a lobster, you should. That they created the foodie, because the foodie mindset is if I'm gonna give my you know, the value of me doing that is gonna cost you severely in the dinner, so they're gonna get as much as they can.
Well, what they get, Dave, there's guys that don't mind paying for that. Look, this is again why dating to men equals sex, and the main dating men do is take women to dinner. But you have some women that believe that they should just go on dates with men, and it's, and nothing should be up for grabs, and the world doesn't work like that.
Oh well, yeah, because and also it
I'm
depends
sure
on.
your mother would
I
have.
was used to wonder if it depends on your training too, because
Because
um,
your mother should have taught you that if a man wants to do things for you, he's not doing it for you for free. He wants something.
what are you talking about? No, that's the dad, the grandfather, the uncle's job. Because it was my grandfather that was taught me, and he taught his daughters, and that well, one, she should have a couple of rolls of quarters, mainly in case the guy gets handsy and try to do something, or she got to defend herself. She can have the roll of quarters in her hand in a fist to give more power to her punch. Also, it comes in handy if you need to. Back in the days when they had payphones, need to call for a ride, or you have money for a taxi. Now is Uber and Lyft. But and also to pay for your meal. At least have to pay for your own meal and order which you can afford to pay for. So if he gets it in his head, well, since you ordered this, you're gonna have to give it up or pay for it. I can pay for it and move along, and then dump him and never deal with him again. But I have known women who they're not foodies. They have gone out with a guy because they're hungry.
That's what a foodie is.
That's what
Oh, wait, wait, no. The foodie tends to imply something else different.
no, Dave, it's not.
No,
No, it
no.
can be
No,
either
Dave.
because they're poor or they're just not interested in the guy.
Yeah, that's,
They're
Okay,
there to eat.
but
They're there to eat.
for food money.
okay, wait. You never let me finish my explanation. When they have giving up the JJ, not because the guy demanded it, is that she appreciated him. He was very generous and he wasn't trying to get in her pants. He just was genuinely interested in her and liked it her, and she gave it up. But she did not call him or date him exclusive. Well, she did at one point, but it turned into a relationship because he was not trying to get in her pants.
Okay, Dave, have you heard? There's a lady on TikTok. I think she's Chinese or something, or she's looking Chinese from one of the Korean countries.
Uh-huh.
Denise probably knows about it. And she said that she used men for a whole 2 years as
Oh, Oh, I knew. Ooh,
yeah, she
ooh. Like you talking about that
like
Filipina Taiwanese looking?
using men. Yeah,
No. That's not what she. That's not just what she said. Okay. And Dame, I don't know if this is true.
It is true.
I pray to God it's not, because if it is, that is some scary stuff, like fear
Wait a minute.
inducing stuff. Okay,
Okay,
what the
she.
no. Matter of fact, let me back up. Let me back up on the panel. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you.
TikTok. It was on TikTok. It was on TikTok. I saw it. So in other words, Dame, what for 2 years she used men for food. Yeah,
Okay.
as,
Okay.
as a mean of survival, and I
Okay.
believe it's true because it's possible.
Yeah.
There is enough.
Yeah. I
There
know
is
some
enough.
women. I know some women on this end that, in on this side of the planet that have done that, including feed their children groceries. But you know,
Well, what I'm talking about going to dinner with a man. Um,
whoa, Demetrius, I ain't
Ooh.
seen that image for a while.
This my base profile pic in the chat.
Hmm.
Okay, let me bring it up. Let me bring it up. All right, give me a moment.
Yeah, yeah. uh, That's a lot of the cases with um, prostitution. It's become survival, and some women that's the last resort.
well, um, that's why I refer to it as a dinner prostitute or a
Mhm.
dinner whore because that's basically what it is. So some will sell their bodies, but others they'll use men. Um,
All right, Dame, I'm presenting.
Okay, hold on. Let me take a quick look.
You talking about her in the left hand corner, bro? UK.
Left
I'm
hand
gonna play
upper
it. I'm
corner.
gonna play it anyway because Dame need to hear this.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna.
For settling with you. I have girlfriends
Can you hear this?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay, cool.
marriages right now who have settled with the nice, safe, secure guy we weren't all that attracted to. We didn't really want that much. We didn't have any chemistry with. We had meh sex with because we had to. Because the guy we actually felt passion and chemistry for doesn't want us or makes us so emotionally unhinged and erratic that we can't look ourselves in the mirror anymore. Normally, those guys that we settle for don't make it happen. To us, it's like, well, damn, if you're putting up with it, well, okay, cool. If you're still here, cool. When you want to go, that's fine. But in the meantime, I got no one else. You're here to give it. Cool. I accept. But my God, I see how pathetic you are. And I will definitely use that to my advantage. He'd leave you in a heartbeat if someone better came along.
Okay. Ooh,
All right,
did I?
you heard the lady.
Mm-hmm. All right.
yeah. There's a lot of women like that. So Dimitri, like and
Hello?
then
Oh
New York is
crap!
the
I
most
can't hear
expensive city in the
nobody.
world, right?
Wait. Okay.
New York is the most expensive city in the world. The second most expensive city um, is London,
Uh-huh.
and both of these places they have people who are not happy together who are living together.
Okay.
So so they be living with a kind of woman like that who is just happy to just get your money to pay her to help pay her bills or whatever that is.
Okay. But okay. Now, this is the only issue I have with that is she is going to be given a pass. Oh, she's in survival mode. She's also of the uh one of the groups of women that these group of men keeps big up and saying they prefer this woman, but she is obviously saying that she's using the men. They not they doing that, but yet dog out black women for if they're that might be doing the same thing, but they're accepting this woman and she's being outwitted and she's saying it, and yet they're gonna big up with her and they're gonna go with the type, and they're going with women who are prostitutes, and but yet they treating the women
I
who
mean,
aren't
I mean,
like they
you're a
are.
prostitute in all but name if you do. Like, I hope y'all know. I hope y'all know. Just because you don't give somebody money, it don't. Prostitutes take multiple forms of payment other than money.
Yeah, I still remember Game Changer and the stove. Um, he brought a woman on the first date a new stove, but she didn't have a stove in the house. But just a few months before that, he was complaining about his ex woman or woman he was interested in who asked him for money to fix her stove. She didn't even ask for a new stove. She just asked for money to fix the stove. But yet he went across the world and paid for a brand freaking new stove for this woman. He still
I mean,
insists.
people will do stuff who they want to do it for. That's all that means.
Mhm.
What the reason why I showed you that video, Dame, is to give you the context to what UK Arsenal is talking about. Now, that video to me is pretty terrifying, if that's actually true.
Most probably is.
Yeah, so I don't think it was that lady necessarily, but yeah, she was looking kind of but what she did, she went on guys with dates. She said that she went on guys with dates, dinner dates,
Mm-hmm.
as a mean of feeding herself.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like I was saying to Dame, is possible because there are
Mm-hmm.
enough guys that would just buy a woman dinner as the first
Yeah.
thing on the first date, especially if they're very attractive.
Okay.
So she
And
probably she knew how to use her attractiveness to
okay.
get men to buy her dinner dates, and she basically flaked them. Or
Okay. Okay. Well.
and they, you know what I mean? Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
there's some guys, they're guys like who get excited by tits and bums and all that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you know what I mean, everything, and they give you the cute smile and the what I mean, the booty thing wag and
Okay. Okay. You don't have to go into details, man. I
yeah,
get
yeah. So no, so that's what happened. So she probably
Yeah.
gets 3 dates out of one guy, and then gets another 3 dates out of another guy, and
Mm-hmm.
another guy, another guy. Yeah.
Yeah. And this woman I'm talking about, he was her co-worker. He never even knew she had kids until maybe about the fourth date. She went out with they were okay.
See, that's normal. See, that's why I would had such an apprehensive reaction earlier when Black Knight, when bro was up here saying, "If she bring her kids on a first
But
date?"
I was like, what woman brings her kids
That's
on
what
the
I'm
first
saying.
date?
A first date? That's
Yeah.
It
kind
can
of
happen. It can
crazy.
happen. But then, like I said earlier in the chat, there are women that don't. Am I not right? There are women that don't tell. There are women that don't tell you that they have children because,
Mm-hmm.
for example,
That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
They don't.
because
You
there's
don't
a
she
know
lot of women
until
that tell you they don't
she
have
bring
children,
them.
but they try to
yeah.
get.
But that's a defense mechanism.
Yeah,
You
Yeah,
because
think
they,
like
she
they
that's
then
she's
to
try
being
to
protect them.
introduce the
protected.
children later to you
She's
as a
being
means.
yeah, until she figures out what that guy is to her, if it's going to turn into a relationship that will lead into a relationship and marriage, or is it going to be or is she not certain what they're going to be because they in the getting to know it stage, and she's not bringing her exposing her children and let them get attached to somebody that it might not work out. So most of the time women do not bring their children on the first date. They do not mention the children because she's trying to get to know him and him to know her before the kids, you know. And then when she see that there's more Then she'll start talking about the kids, and eventually he will meet the kids, depending on how he responds to her having kids. But to bring kids on the first date, that's unusual. Usually, there's some weird circumstances, like
She
No, no,
looking
no.
for a
Well,
lick. That's what it is. That's what
that,
she is. She looking
no,
for a lick.
no. I was just
Jeez.
giving
Why
a
why
reason.
why 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 are we making all these extra steps? She's looking for a sucker to pay for her kids because she didn't want to pay for him that night. That's what she's doing.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
And why I agree with what Black Knight said. Why you arguing with her? Just leave.
Mhm.
no,
Jeez.
yeah, he's right on that. But what? Yeah, like I said, when I saw the reaction, I said that she's brought the children and he's not expecting the children. So I'm thinking this could be a first date because she probably the babysitter didn't maybe work out, so she brought him on the first date and she brought these kids and he's looking at it like, or it could be the
Yeah.
second day and
Yeah.
again
Well,
he's not
most
expecting
women
the
just
kids and she
usually
brought
break
the
off
kids
the
in.
date.
Yeah, but she
Yeah.
brought the kids and he's not expecting the date. So obviously, as a he could afford to pay for the kids, but just pure principle point, he said, "I'm not doing it because you never." In his head,
And
he's saying,
that's why I agreed with him. I was like, it doesn't mean he can't. It's just he won't. He will not. And that's a self-respect thing. Ain't got nothing to do with him being
Yeah,
broke.
and then that be red flags on both their parts. She know, okay, this this guy is not gonna take care of my kids,
That's
or
not what that means. That means she a liar.
"No, no, Dame,
uh,
Dame,
uh,
Dame." Had he paid for that, she would have used that same excuse for something expensive. Women do that, so they'll go, "Oh, the kids would like that TV," and next thing you know, they're having you buying a £1,000 TV. Yeah, next thing you know, they're having. Women do this as a game, like you know. So one step to a next gradual step. So before you know that you're giving her, she says, "Oh, you know what? I need this. Can you give me 5 grand?"
what?
Women do that depending on your thing. Yeah,
Okay,
I've had women because I was kind think that they can just like take money. You know what I mean? Try to come up with some bull and go. Yeah, they'll come up with try and get £30 out of me or something stupid. I'm about to show them like,
okay,
no, and cut them off.
okay. So you're saying the McDonald Happy Meal was the first step. If you gave in to McDonald Happy Meal, she would start asking you for more and more.
Because
Yes.
it was no, okay, it's not just that. It's that she started off on deception.
Okay,
She started
so
off from a dishonest place. And if you tolerate that, then it's gonna get worse. This is why like the last time Black Knight and I spoke, I was so gung ho about not tolerating certain stuff because if you tolerate certain disrespect, it gets like it'll get easier to disrespect you and easier and easier and easier until they just don't respect you at all.
okay, okay,
Stuff stuff that you because you listen to him think is normal, but in reality is intolerable.
okay, okay. So wait. So all right. So for you, it's intolerable. So then you would break it off. Be like,
Of
okay,
course.
this. Hmm.
Right.
Now,
Right. I'm saying not everything has to be a big thing, but
mhm,
like I think that's what y'all are saying. Like it doesn't have to be a big thing. Just leave,
yeah.
right? And I agree with that. It shouldn't be a
Mhm,
big thing. But the
Oh,
whole point is
I agree.
she
Yeah,
was trying to expose
cut.
dude.
I would just walked out of a
y-
car.
mhm.
You know what I
She
mean?
was trying to expose him. That was the problem. She was
Oh,
acting like she was in the right.
okay. I think what it is, she never told when she first told the story. She was on some panel or another. She just told a story. She didn't give his name. She just told her side of what happened. Okay, we would have never known about dude because he just would have been some mysterious dude in her past until he came on and did his show and said, I was the guy that she's talking about, and this
And
is
she
what
was trying
happened.
to expose him. That's what I'm saying.
But she never gave no name. Okay, I saw
That
the
don't mean
original.
nothing if with enough clues. With enough
What clues?
clues.
What clues did she give? She didn't
If
give
I
no
if the
description.
duck do
She didn't give
anything
no
but quack and
name.
it's a
She
pitch
didn't
black
even
room,
describe the car. She
huh?
didn't even describe the car or anything. She gave no description. She just talked about the
And what she
incident.
say up there? What exactly did she say verbatim?
Okay. Um. Okay. He had asked her out.
Because you can't let people lie on your name.
She didn't call him by no name.
True.
She didn't.
Continue.
She didn't call him by no name. She didn't give a description of him. She didn't even say what type of car. She gave none of that. She just told a story. She told a story. As far as anybody knew, he was just some story in her past. You know, we had no idea what the guy looked like or what is it. She was saying, okay, he asked her out on a date. The plan was, her original plan was after work she was gonna get home and change. Now normally she would get a Happy Meal if she's going out there, or if she had time to cook, she would cook. But she had ran into some problems. Either her car broke down or whatever. So she called him, asked him if he don't mind leaving a little early and picking her up from work, and so she can so he can bring her home to get ready. Okay. And then when he came pick her up, she asked if you mind stopping by McDonald's so I can get a Happy Meal for my child. He said, okay, cool. Now she ordered the Happy Meal, and then when it came down to pay, she looked at him, he looked at her. She's used to, the guy pays and stuff like that. And he was like, okay. And he was like, this is for your child. You looking at her, okay, where's the money so he could pay for the Happy Meal? And she had planned to, well, she said that she planned, because he was such a nice guy and stuff like that, she planned to, it's going to, it could depend on how the date go. When they go on the date, she, big thing. But because he would not pay for the Happy Meal, it just closed up her legs, and she ended the date. She
So
paid for the
did
Happy
he lose
Meal. She
anything?
paid for the Happy Meal, so she ended the date. And she never made another date with him. They went their separate ways. Okay, so
Why
she
why
mentioned
why
that.
are we acting like this is a big deal? It's not a big
That's the
deal.
point. Okay, that's the point. So everybody, the people on the panel made some comments and stuff like that. Some of the people on the panel, well, did you ask him if he'd be willing to pay for a Happy Meal, or did you have an expectation and all that other stuff? So further down the line, this guy comes out and he says he was the guy she was talking about, and he gave his point of view. Pretty much the same thing, except he didn't pay for it. He said I could have paid for it, but he didn't like that she expected him to pay for it. He went through the thing. This is your child. You pay. I didn't know anything about the child until you asked me to bring you by McDonald's on the way to the house because you hadn't been able to, you wouldn't have time to cook anything for the child. So you just wanted to get the child a Happy Meal, and so on and so forth. And she was of the, if you're the man, you taking me out, you pay for the meal. Whether it's the Happy Meal for my child or not. And there's some men that was like, no, 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 you pay for your child. And there was some women that was like, well, why do you, yeah, I kind of understand, but you just pay for it. And if he offers to, then you let him. But you don't go in there expecting him to pay for it when you just said, I need you to just bring me to get a Happy Meal for your child. You say, could you buy my child a Happy Meal real quick? You didn't ask. You just expected. So that's what most of the back and forth was. Some people was like, you had an expectation. You should have just point blank asked him. or you shouldn't expect him to, because he's supposed to be taking you out, not you and your child. I guess that's how the confusion about whether she brought the child on a date. No, she didn't bring the child on a date. She hadn't planned to bring the child on a date. You know, and yes, of course, she didn't tell him about the child because it was their first date. They just knew, um, they just knew each other from around where she worked. Okay.
Okay.
So that's how, and Max
I
is like
thought you
old
meant like
school.
she brought the kid there.
No, she didn't bring the kid there.
Oh,
They were
okay,
supposed to go
okay.
on a
Because
date,
I'm
but
thinking about a different situation. Then
yeah,
my
they were
fault.
supposed
My
to go
fault.
on a date. She had a car issue,
I mean,
and
technically, he's right. It ain't his obligation. It can still be her obligation. Like,
mhm, mhm.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. So
that
there was a
it just
back and
seems like
forth.
y'all just didn't mesh. Like, that,
Yeah, and and after he refused to pay for the Happy Meal, she, as she said, her legs closed back up,
of course it
and
did.
she
Of
cut the
course,
date out.
of
And
course she did. Of
Max
course.
was up. That the guy was stupid. That could have been an opportunity for him to get brownie points with her. Pay
Maybe
for
he
the
don't like
freaking
her that
Happy
much.
Meal.
What's the problem? Maybe he don't like her that much. And what's the problem with that?
Okay, then he was trying. Okay, if women are foodie that go on date with men for food, what are men called who go after women, expecting to lure women in with food? What are they? Fishermen?
To lure women in with food?
Well, yeah. If you have the
Like less
expectation that
fortunate, like
if
less
you
well off
have the
women?
expectation that
Like, is that what you mean?
if you have the expectation if you feed her or she eats an expensive dinner, that she should be giving up the cootie cat, then aren't you actually kind of lure her in when you ask her out to eat?
I mean, if you didn't talk about it beforehand, yes. But like to me, like that's sexual coercion, which is also a crime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because
So I
like
mean,
if you try to make somebody feel guilty for not having sex with you, that is sexual coercion, and they can take your ass to court for sexual harassment.
yeah, but a lot of times back then it wasn't done. It wasn't done. I know there be guys that would say up front, "Hey, you order from the expensive side of the menu. I'm letting you know now. You can order it, but I'm going to expect the cootie cat. You don't want to give up the cootie cat. You better order at the less expensive side of the menu." They tell you up front, but they kind of tell you while you're in the restaurant, you're surrounded by foods and all these good smells. And then there's the guys, they wait till you order. And then it's like, you got the steak and lobster, or, uh, and wait till after you take your first bite and say, you're gonna have to give up the cootie cat for that, right?
Yeah, they're weird for that. I agree. Like if you didn't have that conversation before, then yeah, that is weird. You're a
Yeah, and
weirdo.
that's probably why my grandfather said, bring you some money. If he start acting a butt, I guess he was used to the men that tell you either after you eat, or they tell you before, or tell you while you're just getting into the restaurant. Either way, he always told me, him and my mom's first cousin, big cousin, um, tell about me. Bring your own money in case he acts a butt. Have a couple of rolls of quarters and in your hand. So if he gets aggressive, you can put some power behind your punch. Well, nowadays we have to change it to make sure your cell phone is charged and you got a power bank in your purse. Let people know where you are, because back in my mom's day, and it happened to her. Guy left her out. let her out the car in the middle, kicked out the car in the middle of nowhere, and said, "You either walk or you give it up." My mom chose to walk. Luckily, it was somewhere. Well, it was scary for her, but luckily somebody came down the road and she was able to pay them the money she had for her part of the meal, that my grandfather, to take her um, as far as the small town not too far from her hometown, and she called my grandfather. My grandfather came and got her. But we got a lot of country roads in the middle of nowhere there. How many girls had to choose between being in the middle of nowhere, don't know where you are, or giving up the kitty cat?
I mean, okay, but wait a minute. That's different. That's different. If y'all in the middle of nowhere, that is sexual coercion. That is
Yeah,
ain't
but
behavior.
part of the part of that discussion of that is, I pay for this, I pay for that lobster, that steak dinner, the shrimps, whatever it was that was expensive. You need to give it up. You don't give it up, you can get out my car. And he does it when in the middle of nowhere.
Okay. This is why I said earlier, the only thing she should do or be is grateful. And like that, like if she wants to give it up, that would be a whole different situation. Because like the place that I come from is the only thing, like it's like what my grandparents told me, the only thing you got to do is be black and die. You're doing her a favor, so she should be grateful for the favor. But you, at the same time, you shouldn't expect anything out of this favor. The thing is, like, the dude is acting like he ain't asked her to come there, and that they're not both there because they want to be there. And that's what I don't get. Y'all acting like, oh, they're acting like they don't like each other. In which case, why is the date still going on?
Yeah. Well, that's because some men, they just have the sex. They're not trying to have a relationship. And a lot of women are for a relationship. And the two don't mesh. Yeah.
I just, because like you gotta understand, like the place that I come from, I don't believe in that. So I believe that's like a wrong like place to come at it anyway. Like, why can't y'all both be honest human beings and leave it at that?
Oh, because there are some guys that can't take no. Because there are women that to this day, they're like, I'm so disgusted. I'd rather guy just be point blank honest with me. He's more likely to get it because he been point blank honest. Because they so tired of these games. And, I've been at that level at one point. They ain't saying to guarantee he's going to get it, even if he's honest. But, okay, and I've done it several times. I said, okay, y'all do not be honest with women. And it's like, yes, we do. Say, okay, so you tell a woman that you just want her for sex. They say, no, you can't be that honest. I said, well, then you're not being honest. He said, well, what if I don't know? Then you be honest. I would like to have sex with you, but I also like to know if it leads to something more. But it's not that. It's usually sex. I'm trying to get sex. I want sex. But I can't tell you that because you're going to tell me no, and you're going to, and I'll never see you again. So
I would be like, so if you're after sex, like there's probably a woman nearby that's willing to do that.
You would think that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I could understand that perspective if like you're trying to you actually want to like get to know the woman on a deeper level, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you're just after sex, like, come on now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
that's
like I'd understand that fear if you just want to like get to know her on a deeper level so that you can have like even a chance at dating her. But to be honest with you, like if you just after some basic like sex, like
yeah,
you
but that's the
probably
thing.
you're
They
probably
won't
approaching this whole thing from the wrong angle, and that's probably why you're getting the results that you're getting.
probably so. Not to mention they won't put sex with that specific woman. You know, they don't want to go. Oh, I'm going since I just want sex. I'm going for the girl that just wants sex. No, they want sex with that specific woman, and they're not going to tell the truth. Hey, I just want to have sex with you, because there's a heavy chance she's going to say no. But well, it's more likely she'll say no, because and he knows that to a certain level, so that's why he doesn't tell her. I'm just after sex. He's like he comes at it like I'm not certain. I want a deep relation. I want to see if that potential is with you. When all he's just after sex.
All right, well, I guess we're done with that topic. Anything else you wanted to bring up, Dame?
Let me see. What else did I wanted to bring up? Mm. Nothing really. I was hoping that somebody else would have something they want to bring up as a topic. Um,
Because I can probably pull something out of my hat.
Arsenal, there's something you want to bring up? Let's see. What time is it? It's 12:30. We might as well wrap up unless you really want to talk about it.
Yeah, it's not that important.
Okay,
All right, you have a
because
good night, Dame.
you too, Dimitri. Okay, and Arsenal, thanks for coming up. See you next time.
Okay, see you.
All right. Oh, you sound sleepy already. Night, night. Peace, power, unity, everyone. All right. All right. So we're gonna call it a night. No, no music tonight. It's 12:30. I gotta get up for early morning church. All right. Peace, power, unity, everyone. It's a nice conversation, interesting points of view. I didn't get too much in storytelling mode. Maybe a little bit. I'm working on it. Catch y'all later. Bye bye.